Da 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 da.
That was very expected.
I
was gonna do that, Tim. I was gonna sing. Okay, wait, that's not even Star Wars anymore. You're not even getting it right.
Why are you so angry at me, Sean?
Because you're the dark side, Tim.
I'm not. Oh, I do
You
like
are.
the Imperials better than the Rebels. They're
Yeah,
better.
I don't know why, but you're the dark side.
I am wearing a black T-shirt and a black hat today. Right now.
Well, actually, I am wearing a black shirt too, but I'm wearing blue jeans like a good old boy.
I'm wearing blue jeans as well, Sean, but my socks don't match. That's the difference.
I don't wear socks because I'm a rebel. All right, in your face.
My socks are mismatched.
That what? I guess that's slightly rebellious to the standards of. You know what? Whatever. Welcome to Engadget Playdate. Today, we're playing Star Wars.
What the heck was that? Where did that even come from?
That was supposed to be me making the sound effect of the game appearing on the screen, but I didn't actually do it. I didn't tell you.
No, it sounded like I don't know what happened. I don't know what's happening whatsoever.
I make my own sound effects when I play Star Wars games, Tim. Make my own sound effects. So Tim has been trying to get me to play this game for months now.
Yep.
He's like very excited about the prospect of me playing this game. So we picked it up. We got it on GOG. It's also available on Steam, I think, and on Xbox if you can unearth a really old copy somewhere. But they're incredibly rare. So we're gonna get started and go on with what.
Yeah, this game came out right at the tail end of the Xbox's life cycle.
Was it?
Yeah, it came out real late because it came out in 2004.
So this is like the best of what Xbox has to offer. Like graphically, you think?
Well, I don't know about that. I mean, it was a multi-platform game.
Wait, was it on PS2?
I don't believe so.
Oh, well, we're we're just starting away, man.
I am putting our stuff out on the socials. Boom, there we go. All right, Sean. So guess what, Sean?
What?
You know how I've been really avoiding Star Wars for like the last year, right?
Yeah. Did you
Guess what I did on Friday?
Did you?
Or no, I'm sorry, Sunday.
I don't know. What did you do?
I bought tickets to see Star Wars for this Friday.
Oh, the right thing to do. Finally, you're on the correct side of history.
And it's kind of weird. Like I've been pretty grumpy about Star Wars since like the marketing hype and the blitz and all that. And I think it's because I was angry because I made an arbitrary rule for myself that I'm not going to watch any of this stuff, and I'm just going to go see the movie when it comes out. And I thought that I missed the window to get opening day tickets, but I did not.
No, yeah, they've been available.
Yeah, my local AMC theater sat decrepit and unloved for almost 20 years. Well, a local chain had kind of dominated in that vacuum of not having a good movie. So now AMC threw a bunch of money at the old AMC theater here in town, and they put in the recliner seats, and they redid the whole lobby. They redid everything, and the place is awesome, and nobody in town really knows about it.
See, that's like the theater I'm going to. That's across the street from Google. Like, it's super nice, and it's taking a while for people to catch on.
Yeah, and it feels like it's the best kept secret right now because, like I said, I was able to buy a ticket for 12:30 p.m. on Friday, opening day for Star Wars, without any problems whatsoever. And there were tickets available for the rest of the day as well, which blew me away. And I can't wait to see it sitting in a friggin' recliner. Complete purity of experience. All I know is that Han Solo is in this movie, really. That's it. I don't know anything else.
So the people coming out of the premiere have been doing spoiler-free tweets, and they're basically saying, this is really good, guys.
Well, I wouldn't even know that because I set up filters in TweetDeck for everything related to Star Wars.
Well, I mean, I just went and saw that. So basically, people were like, that's all they're saying in the spoiler-free says, like, it's good, go see it, you'll like it. You know?
Okay.
And that's exactly what I want to hear before I see it. I want to see the spoilerific reviews after Friday. Friday afternoon, that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be reading up on those and seeing what the critics thought.
Yeah.
You know,
hey,
but
Milkmaid's here.
but right
We
now
haven't
I
seen
just
Milkmaids in a week.
I don't want to. I don't know. Like I was thinking about the state of spoilers, right? Think about when Revenge of the Sith came out. Do you remember Revenge of the Sith?
You mean Return of the Jedi?
No, Revenge of the Sith.
Yes, I did not see. I don't think I saw that movie. I think I saw that movie later in theater because I already knew that there's gonna be a fight between Obi-Wan and
Right, because of the original trilogy, you kind of already knew everything that had to happen in that movie at that point,
Yeah.
right? I didn't remember this until just a couple days ago, and I was talking to my friend Josh. Before that movie hit theaters, they released the entire story in the novelization. It was just available to buy at Barnes & Noble.
Well, and then wasn't there like the original radio plays and stuff too, where the prequels were kind of all done out via radio?
No, that was never done back in the 70s. That was a rumor. That never actually happened. But like that's the thing is that the week it came out, before you saw the movie, before the movie hit theaters, you could get the whole story by reading the novelization of that movie. And that was actually better than the real movie, never mind that, but...
Well, that's because Hayden Christensen wasn't involved.
Well, it's not his fault, actually. Apparently he does pretty good in a couple of indie films. It's just that the directing...
Oh yeah, there's a movie, it's called Life is a House, that he's really good at.
Right, it's not really his fault. I mean, when Liam Neeson is having a hard time delivering your lines, it's not really...
Or Ewan McGregor.
Or Ewan McGregor. When they're having when they come off as bad actors, you got to know it's not the actor's fault.
Or Oscar winner,
like Natalie Portman. Yeah, so I don't really completely blame him. I've blamed direction ever since I read the episode 1 script, which has its problems. I've blamed direction because when I got a copy of the script for my birthday once or something, like a script book, and I read it, I'm like, this doesn't seem that bad when I'm reading it and directing it myself in my head. It still had problems, but there were less problems. Even Jar Jar was less annoying.
Yaddle says, or Jimmy Smits.
Jimmy Smits?
Yeah, that was, what was that, Bail Organa?
Oh, yeah.
Yaddle, spoilers, Padme died of a broken heart.
She didn't. I mean, yeah, she did, but that's stupid.
Oh, hold on a second. I've got something here from Milkmaid on the Twitters.
She's sad he can't make it?
No, I think he's sending me pictures of his seats.
Oh, where he's gonna sit?
Yeah. I've got my, I'm really, so many things are just, too many things are happening right now, Sean. I cannot look at Twitter right now and then do my duties as a co-host. So I'm sorry, everybody, if you're gonna tweet me stuff. Like, I'm way too frazzled today.
I've been really scared of this week, actually, to tell you the truth, Tim.
Yeah, I fully expect to have that entire movie spoiled for me before I get into the theater. So if I don't, that's gonna only add to my surprise.
If someone puts spoilers, since luckily I'm playing most of the games this week, for me, if they do put spoilers in chat, please don't read them. Please don't tell me.
I won't. No, I won't.
I really want to. I have this mix where I want to see and I don't want to see. Like someone posted a thing on, like supposedly the first 6 minutes of the movie, and I clicked on it anyway. It turned out to be a joke, not real. But like,
did you get rid of it?
It was worse than that. Like they went through the whole opening, had a fake opening crawl, and then like the only thing that happens is like you hear Jar Jar say "Misa back," and the entire theater groans and riots. It was actually kind of funny.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right.
Like the camera falls down, and there's clearly something bad going on.
So it's like the end of Paranormal Activity.
Yes.
Have you seen that film?
I have not.
It's okay. The first one's good. I like it. And then the third one was good, but the other ones were, not into it. First one terrified me, like super just terrified me. I think I've talked about it on the stream before. Like I was watching it at home alone. Like I'd fallen asleep on it a number of times. Like I'd put it on, and I would put it on while I was getting ready to go to bed, and I'd lay down, and then I'd fall asleep in like 20 minutes in. And the first time I had a house sit for my parents, and they were out of town for the weekend. Obviously, that's why I was there. And I was like, okay, yeah, I'll watch this movie. I want to watch this movie. And I couldn't even get our dog, our Labrador, to stay in the room with us. And I said, you know what? I'm terrified. The dog won't stay in the room with me.
Dogs are very
I'm gonna watch
sensitive.
Big Lebowski instead.
Dogs are very sensitive to stuff.
Oh yeah, dude.
Like if you're uncomfortable,
Yeah, I felt real weird that I was like, okay, the dog isn't even going to stay in here. I'm not watching this at 12:30 at night on a Saturday all alone.
You got to kind of respect like the dog's sense of being there. It's sort of like, I'm not happy with this, and I'm leaving. It's just a very clear-cut decision. No bother with a sense of pride. It's just like, I don't want to be here.
Yeah, and honestly, I think what it could be is, so every time the ghost appears, or the demon appears, whatever, appears, I'm using air quotes in that because you never see it, but it has that weird subwoofer rumble. Like every time it's the trademark thing to let you know that the demon is there. And I think that might have been what messed with them, because my parents have a sound bar set up with a subwoofer and whatnot. I think the subwoofer was what was bothering him, so he's like, I'm out of here.
I am shocked, Tim, at how fast we cut off the subject of Star Wars. Sort of impressed.
So to go back on this, so this whole thing, this game is, it seems to me like tactical Halo, squad based.
It does. That's
dark version. It's the darkest thing about the original prequel, or about the prequels, right? That's what it's getting at to me. That's what it feels like.
That's the reputation it has. I haven't really played it. The reputation it has is that it's like the underbelly secret agents of the clones of like the prequel series. And so far it seems really good, but it doesn't really feel that much like a Star Wars game. It does feel like Halo with the tactical edge. Not super tactical, but like I just commanded this dude to put explosives on this generator, and now I'm going to blow it up. So it's sort of like, it's a squad-based Halo, which is cool,
I like how that thing that cleans off your visor. Like, this HUD is really cool. This game looks, it's brown, because it was a game that came out in 2004.
I might get more colorful later. We're just on a very brown planet right now.
Yeah.
Genosha, or whatever it's called.
Fear of a brown planet. You won't get that because you don't like Run DMC.
No. I just, I took it literally.
Or was that, it was either Run, no, that was Public Enemy. And yeah, Milkmaid, this is a Star Wars game. This is Republic Commando. This came out near the end of the Xbox life cycle, so 2004. That put it around the Clone Wars, correct, Sean?
Right, this is after Clone Wars. This is basically, Genosha was the end of the trilogy, I think. That's where they like get the Death Star plans or whatever it was. I don't know. And you're a clone trooper, but you're like an elite clone trooper. In fact, the game starts out, I kind of skipped it because it wasn't very exciting. The game starts out with you being cloned and like waking up for the first time as a clone. And them saying, like, you are just like your brothers, but you're going to be more than your brothers. You're going to be a special agent sort of thing. And so the clone masters or whatever are kind of explaining to you what your identity is, how you're an elite version of the Boba Fett clones, and you're not really going to be... You're not going to be a normal soldier. You're not a stormtrooper. You're more than that,
Okay. Now, I got to ask you. Have you been doing, like, what everybody... Like, what a number of other people on my Twitter feed have been doing the last week or so, and watching the original trilogy, and then complaining about the special editions on the internet?
I have been watching videos about people complaining about the special editions on the internet because I do not have, despite being a big Star Wars fan, I don't currently own the original trilogy.
Wow, you don't even have it on DVD?
No, I don't. Well, I did. I had it, but I left it at my parents' house when I moved. It's like theirs now.
Oh.
So I haven't had it. So I've watched parts of them, and I've been watching this guy on YouTube, Hello Greedo.
Okay.
Uh-oh. Can I load last save? Uh-oh.
Now, what about the Red Letter Media review of episode 1, which is terrifying?
Quick load. We got a problem, Tim.
Uh-oh. Is this jank, or is this just lack of skill?
This is me restarting our entire progress because I... Okay, no, I fixed it.
Okay.
I accidentally, let me quick save here. I accidentally loaded a save from like an hour ago.
Oh, Duke says this is Star Wars Warhammer.
I have not played Warhammer. But I've been watching Hello Greedo, and he has a bunch of comprehensive videos that go over the changes and which ones are good and bad. And I like him because he's like, when the changes are bad, he's like, this change is dumb, and it doesn't add anything to the story, is like right. His threshold. And sometimes he'll be like, I don't mind this change because it does this, And so like, he'll point out some of the changes that are okay, like where they'll fix a mistake, or they'll actually do something that does it. Like they made Cloud City, they added more windows so you can tell you're in the clouds when you're indoors. So he's pretty fair that way. He still does the same things you expect from most Star Wars fans. He doesn't like
Greedo shot first.
Well, that's important actually. That's about Han's character, and that does change his motivations.
Okay, so now just so I know, this is something that happened in Lucas changed that in the special editions?
He's changed it about 5 times.
Okay. So, what is the original version?
The original
The
version.
one that came out in '77. What happened?
The
Did
original
Han shoot
version
first?
is Han is the only Han shoots. Greedo never shoots in the original version.
Okay.
He's there. He knows Greedo's is about to kill him for the bounty, and
Right,
so
and then there's the scene under the table of him holding the gun.
Right, he discreetly unblasters the gun, and you don't even see him shoot like you do in the special
Unholstered.
editions. He takes the gun out, and then you see like a puff of smoke, and Greedo dies. You know, it's like you don't even see the shot. It's just, but it's
Guta solo.
yeah, but it's clear Han shot, and Greedo didn't. Then they change it, and it's every version of the movie, sort of like the Krayt Dragon screen, which you probably don't know is a change.
Great Dragon
Great-
boat. Yeah, I
Great
know
Dra-
it, dude. I know this.
No, but you don't know that it's changed every single time. Every version has a different Krayt Dragon screen right now.
What
Every
the
every
fuck?
special edition they change a little bit. Same thing with the Han shot first situation.
So
they change it.
theatrical. So the theatrical special edition to VHS
Changed.
has been changed, and then the VHS to the Blu-ray has been changed.
The VHS to the DVD has been changed. The VHS to the next version of the DVD has been changed. The DVD, like every version of the DVD is different. You know, it's like
This
they
sounds absurd.
yeah. So the cataloging the changes to Star Wars special editions is like a Herculean effort. It's a thing, man.
Speaking of which, Milkmaid says that my stepdad discovered the machete order and did it. I couldn't believe it.
What's that?
The machete order? I
Yeah.
think it's where. I think it might be despecialized. Oh no opinion says. Are we talking about the despecialized version? And Milkmaid says no. I think the machete order is where I think it cuts. Milkmaid, if you could please, give us a better idea what this is, because I've been like I said, I've been avoiding everything.
That
Star Wars
sounds like a Dark Side of the Moon kind of thing.
No. Oh, it's watching episode 4, 5, 2, 3, and 6.
Wait, 4, 5, 2, 3, 6. That order. Why that order?
I don't know. Yodel says that if he could, Lucas would have changed the VHS copies you have at home.
Yeah, it's basically. Oh man,
That's probably-
I'm getting destroyed at this sequence. I'm gonna have to start getting tactical. This is where the tactics are starting to come in.
I'm honestly surprised at that point that Star Wars is not on a streaming service where Lucas could just fiddle with it for the rest of the
Well, because he doesn't own it anymore.
Oh, true.
So I mean, that's not really a thing. Let me see.
So how far into this game are you, Sean?
This is like still the first major mission strain.
Oh. Oh, okay. All right. Here. So Milkmaid says you watch in that order so it doesn't spoil the Vader father reveal.
Okay, I guess so. If you like watched as a kid.
No opinion says I think the 1 through 6 version is fine, but maybe skip 1 because who really likes Jar Jar?
There are elements of
I
one that
bet
are
the
okay.
guy that did the voice, or the guy or the lady that did the voice for Jar Jar, is very proud of that work.
It's a dude. In fact, he wore like something that's fun about Jar Jar, like from a production knowledge standpoint, is although he looks CG throughout the whole movie, right? He's actually every scene he's in the first movie, the actor that does his voice is actually physically acting out the role in a full Jar Jar suit with a hat that goes up on his head. That's
And then
Jar
there's,
Jar's head.
like a green mask on his face.
No, it's not a green mask. It's the correct color and everything.
Well, I just thought for easy replacement, so to have a green screen on his face.
Nope, it's not that. It's just he's just the neck, and actually I think until in the original version of the film, I think large portions of Jar Jar's body are the suit, because it looks completely accurate when you see
So
production
it's-
pictures.
It's kind of like where the Wild Things are with James Gandolfini.
Yeah, maybe it's so. I mean, actually, production-wise, there's quite a lot of practical Jar Jar in there, and then I think they sort of like just kind of CG'd over him, you know.
Milkmaid says that man's name is Ahmad Best, and he has never been heard of since.
Yeah, I don't know what else he's done, but you know, I'm sure he did his all on his role, and again, it's not his fault.
Name? Maybe he's a Bollywood actor. I'm not sure.
I don't know. I think there's some sort of glitch here. There we go.
I wonder if there's. All right, so Pete Best was the original drummer for the Beatles, and then nobody really heard of him after he left the Beatles before Ringo came in. And then Ahmad Best, nobody heard of him after episode 1.
So Best is just maybe not the best name to
Best
have.
is just a cursed last name.
Cursed family, the edge of fame. Oh man, we are getting destroyed by these
opinion
Genosians.
No Opinions is invalidating his username by saying, even though I normally hate kid parts in movies, I'm talking to you, Jurassic Park, I enjoyed the Anakin rollcast.
He did okay. I mean, he didn't do too much worse, I think, than any other kid actor, really. To be fair to the kid, but...
Yeah. The one thing that I want to say, though, is that the movie poster for Phantom Menace was really cool.
Oh, yeah, it was.
Where it had Anakin walking, then the shadow of Vader on the ground in Tatooine. That was super neat. That was really good.
It was definitely well done, yeah.
Yeah, that was really good. It felt really weird to me that Darth Maul died in that movie, though, because he was this cool character that never really got explained, and then he died unceremoniously.
So a lot of revolutionists, or revisionists for Star Wars, believe that, like, if they could change just one thing about the prequels, Darth Maul not dying would be one of them.
Yeah, like, he could have been an ever-present threat throughout the entire, like, through those 3 prequels.
Right, because the next movie you get, like Count Dooku, right? But having Darth Maul return from the dead or something would have been a far more interesting change, you know? It would have been a bigger plot twist.
Like, he had the most badass, like... he had the coolest face of anything in the prequels.
Right,
like, his face was super neat. Like that, it was Ray Parks, the martial artist that played it.
Well, on top of that, like more important than him looking cool is so like if he came back, imagine he comes back, and Obi-Wan surprised he's still alive or whatever. You've got this this situation. How do I take this? How do I use this weapon? Here we go. You have this motive.
Holding the pistol at an angle.
Well, I don't know. He's a gangster clone. You have this situation where now Obi-Wan has to fight his anger against the dark side because he wants revenge on Darth Maul, but you know Darth Maul's still alive and he can't get that revenge because that's the path to the dark side. So there's like it could have been a more compelling story. It's one of the many story elements that people agree isn't the best.
Here's the thing. So,
whoa, we got a weird glitch here. Look at that guy.
Hold on, there's some weird audio stuff happening. Is that you or is that me?
What? You mean the clicking sound?
I'm all set. So Single and Loving It, who we haven't seen in a little bit, but thank you for tuning in, Single and Loving It. It's good to see you here. Says that Darth Maul didn't die. He's in Star Wars: The Clone Wars show, and Milkman agrees.
Yeah, but
says Darth Maul lives and it's canon.
That's true. It's canon. He's not wrong. But as far as the film's narrative is concerned, he was a waste. He shouldn't have been taken out. Like him coming back, like he did in the Clone Wars, should have been part of the film storyline. Because the goal here for me isn't to have the Star Wars canon; it's to have the best films. Because for the most people enjoying Star Wars, the films is all they got. You know, I may read the expanded universe and watch the TV shows. Most people don't.
Okay, so this is the thing, like Halo as well. The 343 versions of 343 produced Halo games. Same idea. It's like, oh yeah, but you can read the extended fiction, blah blah blah. Stop whining. It's like, no, this should be established in the official, like the main thing that everybody is going to see, read, or play.
Right.
Everything should be there. Don't make me go and do homework to watch a movie.
Duke, I mean, it was the expected thing. Everyone expected him to come back because we knew the Clone Wars were coming, so we should have gotten a clone of him or whatever.
Yeah.
And then we didn't, because I think they didn't want their story to be predictable. But, like, it would have been a better narrative if he was part of that. The fact that he is in the expanded universe stuff or the canon in-universe other stuff doesn't matter, because the movies were weaker for his absence. Dooku was a less interesting, more convoluted villain that nobody really cared about. Grievous, at the very least, even if you wanted to keep Dooku in, Maul should have replaced Grievous, because Grievous was terrible. He was really cool looking, but he didn't help the story. He didn't add anything.
Yeah.
You know, so it's but I mean, we could talk about what we think was wrong forever. I mean, if you really wanted to pretend we could fix it, I tweeted what.
Milkmaid says he agrees with you 100%.
Oh yeah, that doesn't happen very much. Thank you, Milkmaid. Like if I really wanted to fix the prequel trilogy, it would be more than these little changes. The biggest changes I would make would be, Episode 1 would have been an adult Anakin who's already friends with Obi-Wan, right? And Obi-Wan's like, hey man, I could train you and make you a Jedi. I think you'd be really good at it. And him training him, and then you've got this adult Anakin being trained, but like, you know, the Jedi Council doesn't want him to train him, and so like, no, he's too old to begin the training. Just like Yoda tells Luke in episode 5 in episode 5 in Empire Strikes Back, too old to begin the training. But Obi-Wan does it anyway, and you know, they're friends. And then episode 2, Anakin, who's now a Jedi even though he was trained too old, falls to the dark side for some noble reason. He thinks it's the only way he can save the galaxy is by having more power. And then he becomes Darth Vader at the end of episode 2, but not in the suit. He's just the bad guy, Darth Vader now. He's taken on that name. And then you get episode 3 where he has to go through the final trials, and Obi-Wan has to face him and defeat him, and then he turns into in the suit Darth Vader. That's the story arc I would have focused on.
All right, my question here is, how did we know before episode 1 ever even happened? How did we know that there was going to be a battle at the end of Revenge of the Sith where Vader and where Anakin and Obi-Wan have that fight and Anakin turns into Vader?
Well,
How did we know there was an Imperial molten pit that fight was going to happen? I've never really understood.
Well, you knew that Vader needed the suit to sustain himself.
Right.
He like something happened to him that he had to be in the suit, and then something in either released in the toys or the official comics or some other thing that was considered canon enough at the time established that he was burned so badly. And it was implied that it was Obi-Wan, but I don't know if it was known. So that was somewhere in canon. But I mean, there's a lot of things in Star Wars lore that were never in the movies. Like Palpatine has always been known to be the Emperor's name, but that's never mentioned in any of the original movies ever.
Right.
Like ever. If your only source was
Emperor.
Right, the Emperor. If the source was the original movies and you never saw anything Star Wars for the original movies, and then you saw the second trilogy, that might have been a surprise to you actually, because but it was known by everyone in the fan base because like the toys like called him out as Palpatine. Like Boba Fett wasn't known as Boba Fett until episode until Return of the Jedi, unless you looked at the toys, because the toys said, hey, this is Boba Fett.
Like, nobody knows who Wedge Antilles was or Dak Relter.
Well, Wedge's name and face was actually shown in the first one.
That's it.
Right.
Yeah, and it says like Antilles on his flight jacket.
But that's the thing is certain things like they were known at the time in the 70s, but only because they were in the toys. And so that was like the power of the marketing to be like in Empire Strikes Back, he's just the bounty hunter.
Right.
Recall
made sense that Lucas said it was based on his notes.
Yeah, maybe that's the thing. It was based on his notes. There were things that we knew that to be true. So, but I mean, that's how I would have structured those movies.
Because it's just the thing. It's like I remember reading. I used to buy Wizard, the magazine, and there was like a special Star Wars edition that came out during the special editions, and I bought it. And there was a thing like about a fight between Anakin and Obi-Wan, and this was in '97. I was like, how do people know this? Like that's like I never understood how. And didn't Lucas say that, oh, the reason why I did episodes 4 through 6 in the 70s and 80s were because the technology wasn't there to create the first 3 episodes? Like how did he get away with that crap?
I think his opinions changed a lot over time. I think he wanted to distance himself from Star Wars, and there's a lot of other theories too. There was this one dude who's called like the other father of Star Wars, whose name I don't recall at the time, but he was like the guy in Empire, and he believed Star Wars was about good stories and characters. That's what made people like it. And Lucas disagreed and said, no, people like these movies because of the effects and the spectacle. And then, during Jedi, the story guy left, and well, we obviously see how Lucas's opinion turned out.
Right?
What?
Was that Ralph Christopher McQuarrie?
Maybe, I don't remember. I don't know his name. But like, so there's things like that. I mean, Lucas had his own opinions, and maybe he's right. Maybe he thought that. But I think Lucas's opinion of what that story was changed frequently. Like to him, Star Wars was a river. It was always changing as he went on, and that's okay. But like, think of it this way: at the end of Return of the Jedi, until some people talked him out of it, Lucas wanted Luke to turn to the dark side and pick up Darth Vader's helmet and put it on and say, "I am Darth Vader now." That's his original ending. That's what he wanted.
Oh wow. Well, then there was also Splinter of a Mind's Eye, which was the book that came out.
Well, that wasn't
after New Hope.
But that wasn't written by anyone.
Yeah, right. But that was the first piece of extended fiction.
Right.
And didn't Luke end up killing Vader in that?
Right, but that wasn't really written by them. And actually, the point of that was imagining.
Was that basically just fan fiction?
Sort of, but it was also the idea of it was to imagine a low-budget sequel. Like, what if Star Wars didn't do well enough to make Empire, and they wanted to make another movie because movies, make more money with sequels. But they didn't have very much money. So Splinter of the Mind's Eye, which I've never read, from what I understand though, takes place it takes place on like a really foggy planet, so it would be cheap to film on a studio where you didn't have to see very far.
Gosh, I wish when I was at the local Comic-Con this past fall, I saw that there. I should have bought it.
Oh, I mean, it's probably easy to get.
It was pretty cheap. It was like less than $10.
It's probably pretty easy to get, to be honest. It's not like it's out of print. Well, I mean, it is, but it's man, I'm out of ammo.
Duke says that they made the last 3 because it had an ending. If you did the first 3, no one would have waited 30 years for the next set of movies.
Well, I think when they made the first movie, because it wasn't originally A New Hope, it was just Star Wars. I think they didn't have a plan. Like, I think he didn't really have a plan for a big epic to begin with, and it kind of grew in his mind over time, which is fine.
Yeah, because before that he had just done American Graffiti.
Right.
Like that was, and he did THX 1983. I think that's what it was called, right?
Right. I mean, I understand people who argue the George's vision, mentality. But I mean, the more I think about Star Wars, and I've decided this a long time ago, Star Wars has always been best as a collaborative property. It always was best.
Bond?
Well, no, it's always been at its best, like Empire, when people like George had people to work with, and they were like, hey, what if we did this? And they workshopped his ideas. It's always been best when it was someone coming up with the ideas and other people helping him refine those ideas. And
so basically he should have just been a showrunner.
He should have been like, he should have been sort of like, here are my ideas. But that stopped. Like in the prequel trilogy, that became less of a thing where he said, let's work together. It didn't happen as much anymore. It was sort of like he said, I want it this way, and he was also making the movie for his kids, which is pretty well known. So
yeah, No Opinion says that Lucas is the Wozniak of movies.
Sort of. I mean, and it's I don't know. It's I don't want to harsh on Lucas because he did create a lot, and I know it's probably hard on him to see the new movie get made, because he's not involved in it.
Yeah, Milkmaid actually, THX is actually a movie. It was a sci-fi flick. It was a short. Let me pull up the IMDb page for it. But yeah, no, it's not. The audio standard came from the name from that movie. So 1 second.
Yeah. Let's see if I can. I keep dying on these guys here, and I don't know how to get past them.
What's it called? THX 1138 is what it's called.
One thing I appreciate about this game is it's not hack consoles, it's slice consoles, which is like slicing is what hacking is. It's a very in-universe kind of deal. Explanation. And I dig that. Oh, shoot.
Well, isn't that how it's... Wasn't it in Knights of the Republic you were slicing a terminal?
Right, it's the same thing. So I kind of dig that it's... I mean, as weird as this game is, they still do a pretty good job of keeping in line with Star Wars lore.
Yeah. Actually, Hoplon, Lucas donated the money from the proceeds of the sale to Disney. So.
The proceeds of the sale of what?
The proceeds of the sale to Disney, he donated.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's fact.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me because I mean Lucas didn't need to make money off it. That's like I think he wanted to let it go in hands he trusted was the thing. Like it's like, well, okay, Disney, and I think he kind of got.
Yeah, he donated the $4 billion to education.
I think he kind of got a little hoodwinked because at the time of the sale, if we go back and read articles, he sort of thinks that they're going to use his script, right? And then when you get to it, like there's later articles where he sounds sort of disappointed. It's like, yeah, they decided not to go with the script I sold them or the story I sold them, and they threw out everything he worked on. And he sounds kind of sad about it.
Yeah, see, like that's the thing I'm looking forward to doing after I see the movie is going through and reading all the stuff leading up to it. Like I want to read what Lucas's reaction is to the movie. I want to see all that stuff after I see the movie.
Well, I mean, he's going to be really muted about it because it's not in his advantage. But I think he mostly just sold it.
But it's already out. Like he's talked to Wired. Wired has the stuff with him, like an interview where he says, what did you think of the movie?
I think that's all very controlled still, though.
We'll see. I mean, I'll find out on Friday after I see the movie.
Quick save. All right, so we are about halfway done with this portion of the game. We're going to move on to Starfighter, but so far, Tim, I'm actually really digging this. It's like, again, I'm not sure it feels like...
you played it. I'm really happy that you have.
Are you
going to keep playing it?
Probably, maybe not right away, but I will come back to it as I go through all my Star Wars games. I'm not sure it feels like a Star Wars game to me, but it does feel like a pretty fun game. Very indicative of the shooters at the time, but like a good solid... Like, it's run and gunny enough that it doesn't feel like modern shooting games where it's all like...
Right. I like the inscriptions and crap on that terminal. Like on the so you had the touch point, right? And then on the stuff on it, there's like all that really weird inscriptions and stuff. It looks good.
One thing that's weird to me is when I unlock that door and other doors in this game, is like the unlock sequence is super long. Like he sits there and he inputs a ton of like little commands.
Dude,
it's not
probably loading the next room.
I don't know if it is. Like
that's exactly what it is.
It makes it seem like he's really doing something. He's not just opening the door.
Right. Milkmaid says this game reminds me of Metroid Prime.
Sort of, except for Metroid Prime was a lot slower paced. Like, this has that sort of run and gun feel that games don't really anymore. It's unique in that way. Also, it's grittier than Star Wars. The movies look like. Let's get up and close. Like, you look at these battle droids; they look way scarier than battle droids do.
Oh, no, like that's. I wish that you could, do a hack or something and then jump to Kashyyyk, because I'd love to see how this game portrays Kashyyyk.
Oh man, if you want to look up codes, if there's PC codes, I'll do it.
Right now.
I don't know if there are, but yeah, everything looks way darker and grittier, and I don't know if it's because the maybe the textures aren't very good or something, but like everything looks more evil and scarier than they do in the actual movie. Like these robots look way more soulless than they do in the movie.
Okay, here we go. I don't know if these are for PC or not. Oh, this is the cheat list. It doesn't say how to. Oh, cheat list. Press the tilde key during gameplay to drop the console, allowing you to enter the codes.
Oh yeah, that I can get that. So let me grab these weapons and I'll save.
LAMASU is unlock all levels, and then Darman is skip the current level.
Okay, hold on. Let me save this game. Save game. New save.
Oh, this game came out in 2005, so it's exactly 10 years old.
Oh, okay. So do we want to just skip level?
Yeah, let's skip. I want to see Kashyyyk,
Okay,
which is the Wookiee homeworld.
Let's keep skipping for a while until we get to where we want. Darman. This is PC gaming, guys. Console commands. Okay, something weird is happening here. To own the skies. Oh man, we're getting to some interesting places.
Fragenston says, "What's crackin', lovers? Welcome to the Engadget Playdate, Krakenston. Fragenston. Thanks for showing up. We're happy that you're here. We've got a couple of new people in chat, and thank you for showing up. We hope that you are you like what we're doing. And if you do, hit the follow button underneath the player window."
Tim, how many levels in is Kashyyyk? Because I
have no idea.
Look up and find out what the Kashyyyk level name is, so I don't skip it by mistake. Oh man, yeah. See, these guys look so gritty.
It's called Mission to Kashyyyk.
Oh, okay, so it's really obvious. Darman. Belly of the Beast is where we are now. The Ras Prosecutor. Over a year of sustained fightings have stretched the Republic's forces dangerously thin. Okay, we just jumped into like a cutscene here.
Yodel wants to know, are we going to see Force Unleashed this week?
Are we going to see Force Unleashed?
Yeah, are we going to be playing it this week?
Oh, okay. I thought he was like, that's not the name of the movie, man. We might. It turns out I do have it. I didn't realize I did. We haven't decided. Like, what do you guys in chat think? Do you want to see like our era? Our idea here was trying to go through the era. So today was like prequel games, excepting Star Wars Episode 1 Racer, because that's harder to stream right now. And then we were gonna do original trilogy / mainstream games on Thursday, and that could count as a mainstream game and an original trilogy game, I guess. But like, what games do you guys want to see?
I know that we had some. Well, Milkmaid says Rogue Squadron. Single 11 it says Jedi Knight 2 is one of my top five favorite games of all time, and Milkmaid also says Super Empire.
So yeah, so write those down. What people are asking for.
No opinions. See you later. Enjoy watching episode 4. Thank you for showing up. Come back on Thursday, man.
Yeah, we're gonna have more stuff. Man, we are really having a hard time skipping to the right level. Troca. Jailbreak. There are so many levels. This is a huge game, Tim. Attack of the Clones.
I doubt it's. I don't know, unless it's the huge battle sequence from Attack of the Clones.
It might be.
It.
The Wrath of the Republic.
The Coliseum?
I don't know. I'm skipping. I'm still skipping levels, Tim. There are like a lot of levels here. There's so much in this game. Man, this is, and it's on sale, I think, now, because it's an older game. But if you want to play frickin', here we go, the Slavers of Kashyyyk.
There we go.
A plea of help from the Wookiee homeland of Kashyyyk reaches the ears of the Republic. And this was in the movie, I bet, too. Because they have that scene with
oh yeah,
Chewie.
Yeah.
The Trandoshans have invaded the planets. And the cruel slave trade, apparently using separatist weaponry.
Uh-oh. Hopline says, can you not to stream Knights of the Republic? It's probably the best Star Wars game so far. The problem with Knights of the Old Republic is that it's turn-based strategy and it's very dialogue heavy, and it's not. We don't think it's gonna be very good to stream.
That's the problem. Is like Milkmaid is, or not Milkmaid, the Barnacle saying stream X-Wing Alliance. I love X-Wing Alliance, that whole series, but it's kind of like it's hard to stream those first-person only, like flying games. Like they don't look
Because
that good on Twitch.
it doesn't look like you're flying. It looks like the environment around you is moving and you have a static image on screen. That's what it looks like.
Right. It's hard to kind of get that perspective. I wish there was a good way to do it.
Yeah, because we were messing around with stuff last week which Sean was just testing, and I was watching, and it was, some things just don't stream well, and we've discovered that with other games that aren't Star Wars too. Just some games just aren't fun to stream for whatever reason.
Signal and Lovin' It is saying he wants Jedi Knight too. So if we do the Jedi Knight games, we'll be doing those on Friday, because Fridays we're going to do things after the original trilogy. So that's our expanded universe stream. And we'll be visiting that, and I think probably Rogue Squadron and a couple of the other games that we know take place after that timeline later and in the future.
Man, Rogue Squadron 2 for GameCube, I think that was an exclusive, and it was the launch show. Gosh, that game was so good. It was so pretty, too.
That's another one, since it's console, it's harder for us to stream, because those consoles don't have modern outputs. So this is Kashyyyk, Tim. We're in it. Doesn't look quite as good as Endor or the new Battlefront, but it's, it's pretty foresty.
Well, I mean, if my GameCube was here...
Oh, I have it.
Oh.
It's just that it's I've got to find a way to get it to output to the streaming device. Well, GameCube doesn't have HDMI out, man.
Right. Well, that's the thing, is I have an adapter.
I have an adapter that will do it with my other streaming device. So
I have an adapter that'll do it for component cables, but component cables for GameCube are super rare. Oh my god.
Well, I mean, I don't use a GameCube. I can do it with my Wii and my component cables.
Oh, okay. Right.
So it's we'll see. But I'd love to do that. I would love to do X-Wing Alliance or the original TIE Fighter, because those are just great games. Maybe Tim and I will test on Wednesday and see if we think we can make that stream work. Or we'll do it for just one mission or something.
Yeah, I wish that it was a little easier and we could stream every day this week, but we can't, just for logistical reasons. I have other responsibilities. School's done for me. Well, for the most part, I have a couple of...
Forever or just the semester?
No, just the semester. I have a couple of blow-off exams, because I already turned all my really big projects in last week. Now it's just, oh yeah, here is arbitrarily you need to come in and take a bullcrap exam.
Yeah.
That means nothing. So, Hoplon says, I think as much as I dislike it as a game, I think if you do Force Unleashed, it's pretty visually arresting. Also, they had a really good Darth Vader too.
So which version of... Okay, so the guy that did Darth Vader, I'm 90% sure...
Is Chad Vader?
Is Chad Vader.
I don't know. It's good though. I mean, it was.
And he does a good job. It's funny to hear him do serious Star Wars lines, since I'm so used to him being like, the laser checkout system is fully operational.
Duke says, so what's everyone's expectations for the new movie? No spoilers.
I expect. I'm worried they're gonna kill off every original trilogy character that's gonna be in it, because they're like, we don't want to do this anymore. Kill our characters off.
Yeah, that could be a thing, and it'd be a good way to pass the torch too.
Right.
Oh, you know what I've been listening to a lot lately, Sean? On SoundCloud, there is a musician or a group called Otaku Gang, and they mashed Notorious B.I.G.'s Life After Death with Star Wars music, and it syncs up really, really, really well. I'm gonna drop that in the chat.
Oh man, I am losing my squad here and my weapons. Oh, that worked. Okay, I sniped that guy. I can bring my guys back to life. So one thing I do like about this game is it's got you can recover your fallen soldiers, and if they're alive and you get taken down, you can give them orders while you're down. And like one of those orders is like, come get me and bring me back to life, or don't, or whatever. So there's some cool stuff going on in this game that I really like that.
Link address. Well, yeah, this is really, 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 really neat. So, yeah, check that out. It's called Life After Death Star. The stuff matches up really, really well. Yeah, I am a huge fan of that, and I've been listening to it. I like it enough that I downloaded the SoundCloud app on my phone, and I made an account, and now I'm using it to listen to that album whenever, like, wherever I am.
If you want to put in the time, like, SoundCloud has some real amazing stuff on it. But you got to put in the time to find some of it.
I'm starting to do that, because it's cool to use it to find stuff, and I like how it just everything plays, there's no ads, and it'll just loop. And I'm a really big fan of SoundCloud, and I'm finally seeing why everybody likes it.
Right, it's a great network for collaborative music and sharing, and it's just sort of But I mean, it takes work to find stuff that you like. You know, it's not like just music discovery is a hard process no matter what platform you use.
Oh yeah. Zero Sona Kitsune says, "I wish they would make a Force Unleashed game with Battlefront realistic mod graphics." Wow.
Oh yeah. Well, Force Unleashed, like the story was
First
stupid.
one was good, but the second one was not. It was only like 3 hours long, and I'm not a huge I'm not one of those types of people that says, "Oh, if I'm paying $60 for a game, it has to last so long." But like everything I'd read on it said that it felt like it was hacked apart for DLC.
Oh man, really?
Like, that's one thing. Like, all right, post-release content is one thing, but you need to deliver a complete experience before you start talking about post-release DLC.
Yeah.
And that game was pretty obviously hacked apart to make DLC.
I never played the second one, and I don't ever play the first one all the way through on Xbox. At the time I had the Wii, and the Wii version I really like a lot. I've heard mixed things on it. I've had friends
the PSP version's incredible.
The PSP version I'm pretty sure is just the Wii version without motion control.
I'm sending you exfil coordinates now.
That's how it was with like Ghostbusters at least.
Yeah.
The PSP.
Yaddle says that in terms of expectations for the movie, he's expecting lots of lens flares and slow-mo.
I don't know if he's going to use lens flare that much. That's his style, but I mean, Abrams is also a really big Star Wars fan. He wants things to look like Star Wars, you know?
Yeah, and I think that he's very sensitive to the fact that everybody knows that he overuses the hell out of lens flares.
So, did you see the trailer to the new Star Trek movie? I know you don't watch trailers. You did watch that one, though.
I did, because I wanted to see it, and I was like, okay, let's see how it goes.
Right, because it's a different director, right? So you were curious.
Yeah, because I didn't like Into Darkness, but I really liked the first Star Trek a lot.
Right, like the first Star Trek was a lot more fun, and then the Into Darkness had story problems. The new one...
The movie just felt flat. It was beautiful to look at, but it just felt flat.
What do you think about this new No Abrams Star Trek?
Chris Pine looks weird that they're trying to make him look older.
Are they?
I don't know if it's intentional or what, but he looks strange in the trailer. Like, he has bigger eyebrows, he has bangs. It does not look... I don't know. It does not look like the Chris Pine I'm used to seeing in Star Trek movies.
No, I don't remember that. Autosave. We just got destroyed.
So KF Trendy says Abrams will make the movie his usual style, and then every time he puts a lens flare, he'll replace it with a screen wipe instead.
Yes! That's both hilarious and I think factually accurate to what's going to happen.
It's still so weird to me that these clones are used, like, he's got this pistol and he's holding it at an angle. It's very strange. He's holding it with two hands at an angle.
Well, it's only at a slight angle. But it is a little weird,
Still,
yeah.
it's a little weird. Duke says, to think, a director filmed both a Star Trek and a Star Wars movie.
Yeah.
At the original announcement, didn't J.J. Abrams show a still from Star Trek and show that he put an Easter egg of R2-D2 floating through space after...
Well, yeah, that's
was it the Romulan
right.
vessel was destroyed?
That's the whole joke, right? Is that Star Trek was his Star Wars demo reel? You know, that's always been the joke, and it's always been kind of true.
Yeah. Oh, man, I need to buy that Star Trek, or at least just borrow it from my dad again. That movie's great. It looks amazing. I love it. It gets everything really right.
It doesn't. No, it doesn't.
For me personally,
it's a good movie, but it's not a good. It's still the original thing is true. It's a good movie. But it's not a great Star Trek movie, because it's not what you're watching isn't Star Trek. It's Star Trek action fan fiction.
Okay.
And that's fine. It's still a great movie. You should still watch it. You should still love it. You should still enjoy the heck out of it. It's just that it doesn't really fit in with what Star Trek is and never has.
Like I grew up going to see all of the original cast movies. Like we would spend Saturdays and Sundays just watching Star Trek: The Voyage Home, The Search for Spock, Wrath of Khan. We would my dad.
Yeah, those are amazing films. Well, some of them are great.
I bought my dad the Blu-ray collection of the original cast movies.
Oh yeah, that's a great collection.
Yeah, and it looks really good. Like it looks really good. I'm gonna borrow that from because I think over the holiday break I want to spend a day where I do nothing but watch movies.
So here's the thing: watch like Wrath of Khan and New Trek back to back.
Okay.
And you'll see what I mean. Like they're just the kind of stories they're telling are just worlds apart, and that's okay. But it's
Wrath of Khan and Into Darkness, or Wrath of Khan in the first Abrams.
And the first Abrams, they're like Into Darkness is just a bad movie. I mean, it's still kind of fun to watch, but it doesn't make it a good movie. But the first Abrams movies, Trek '09, is just here's Star Wars stream. We're talking about Trek. It's not like a Star Trek. Like Star Trek is about being character driven, not action driven. That's kind of my point.
All right. Okay, I can get that.
Yeah, but it's still good. You know, it's great work. I mean, everyone did a great job in that film. Great effects, great visuals, great acting.
Carl Urban as Bones was super good.
Oh yeah, and he's perfect. He is the best. I think he's my favorite actor in that franchise because he nails the attitude of Dr. McCoy so well.
Now, quick question: have you seen him play Dredd in the last Judge Dredd movie?
No, I didn't.
It's really good. You should watch it. It's really good, and he's very good in it. It's very strange to see him with a perma frown, though.
What was the name of that code to skip level?
I'll tell you in a second. Skip level is Darman. D-A-R-M-A-N.
Darman.
Smite evil is kill every enemy on sight.
Smite evil?
Yup.
Yeah, we're the best streamers ever. Star Wars with codes. But we only got 10 minutes left.
This is the thing where games actually had cheat codes.
You know, it's really hard to get.
I know PC versions still have.
It's still hard.
Have console commands and stuff, but cheat codes by and large have been eliminated in video games.
Right. Because I think maybe it's just because.
Or they're sold as DLC.
I think it's because cheat codes were originally implemented for development purposes. You know, for beta for testing. You know, and quality control, and now they have better ways to do that.
Oh, so this is really interesting. All right, Milkmaid brings up a really good point. He says, speaking of the new Star Wars trailer, did you guys notice the Beastie Boys song? Yeah, I mean, it's hard to miss.
Right. So a lot of people are judging it for that, too. It's like, that's not very Star Trek. I'm like, well, one, it's just a trailer. Two, in Abrams' Trek, they've established that, that's a thing.
Yeah. So Milkmaid says, MCA from the Beastie Boys said in his will that Beastie Boys music can never be used in advertising. But he's a Star Trek fan, so he allowed JJ to use Sabotage in the first movie. So the new trailer played Sabotage to pay homage to that.
Get clear.
But that's being used in advertising.
But he's a Star Trek fan.
Well, as long as he cleared it.
Yeah, that's the thing.
We sure could use your help, sir. Hang tight, trooper.
That's still weird, though. I didn't know that about Beastie Boys.
Yeah. There was, and then that's another thing is he kind of put in his will is no more tours under Beastie Boys if any of us dies.
Oh, okay.
So you're not going to see somebody filling in for MCA on a Beastie Boys tour the way that the NWA tour has Eminem filling in for Eazy-E. And Milkmaid says, and the reason why it's important is because young Kirk played it stealing his dad's car, so that's why Kirk goes good song in Star Trek.
Right.
So there we go.
That's Thank
you, Milkmaid. That was really good. Thanks for bringing that up.
That's sort of like the whole reason it exists. It's sort of like what Kirk was as a kid. And
yeah.
I like that. And as much as I like classic Star Trek music, and I think it should be predominantly in all the films should be the predominant music is the orchestrated original stuff. I kind of like that in the Abrams Trek they do establish the music you knew and loved still exists, classic music. I mean, whether or not it's likely that teenage Kirk would be listening to music that's at that point hundreds of years old.
Yeah.
Is questionable, but it's kind of cool to establish yes, the world we know exists.
Yeah. So Blazing Brian Biryani says, I love this game, played it so much back in the day. Thank you for tuning in. I've been wanting to see this game forever. I've always
Oh, you never played this? I thought you were telling me to play this because you loved it as a kid.
No, I was told it was always very good, but it was hard to come by.
Oh yeah, it's good, man. This is I wish I scoffed at this game at the time because it was like a prequel game and I was like, oh, those aren't any good, and the prequels aren't any good. But this goes and reminds me that the thing I love the most about Star Wars, even though I love the movies, I love the books and all that stuff, has always been the games. Star Wars games have always been my favorite video games. Just it's a great world to build in.
Yeah, it's ripe for so many different things. That's why the idea of Star Wars 1313 was really interesting to me. But apparently Kathleen Kennedy from the film side of things has said that they're still very much interested in exploring, the 1313 stuff. So we'll see if that means we'll get a game out of it, or if they're going to do a movie based on, the kind of the concept of level 1313 on Coruscant. So we'll see.
Right. Well, that game went through so much trouble during its development, anyway.
Duke says, so why have there been so many bad games?
Well, there've also been a lot of good games. I mean, that's just sort of like the law of averages. You
Yeah,
know, most of the Star Wars games I own, I actually consider to be good games. You know.
yeah. Let's see here. Duke says that the best Star Trek was the one from the NES.
Star Trek or Star Wars?
Star Trek. He says lithium crystals. We need more power.
There are a lot of good Star Trek games too, but there's a lot of bad ones. There's more.
Captain, there be whales here.
The ratio. That was a good movie. I don't care what anyone
like
says.
that
I love
movie a
that
ton,
movie.
Dude.
That's a
like
fun
watching
film.
Spock mind meld with a whale. What?
And it was the perfect. It's almost like the perfect conclusion to the trilogy because they had the Wrath of Khan, which was amazing. They had Search for Spock, which is okay, and then they have this lighthearted one. It's like, let's just give you some time to enjoy these characters.
Yeah, it was fan service. So did you play the Citadel expansion for Mass Effect 3?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
I was not that big of a. I think Mass Effect is a great series, but I was never a huge fan of it. I just enjoyed it, and I pretty much will never play it again. I think Mass Effect is the best Star Trek game ever made, though.
True. Mass Effect 3 had this expansion called the Citadel, and it was basically full-on fan service, where you could just hang out with your crew and your characters one last time, and it was a really good way to say goodbye. Even though it took place within the game instead of at the end, it was kind of a wink and a nod from where like every character, you go through a mission and you have to. Spoilers, everybody! If you guys haven't played this
5-year-old
expansion pack,
Yeah.
no, it's about 2 or 3 years old at this point. You have to fight. You're chasing down a clone of yourself.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, and the way the whole thing starts is very much like it's an homage to The Dark Knight, where when Joker shows up in the restaurant or at the fundraising party, like everything how that happens is super very much an homage in the opening of that expansion pack, like sliding down the glass windows and everything. Like that whole sequence is basically replicated. It's really cool, but it starts out you're chasing after a clone on the Citadel, and then after that you have to organize a party and you have to talk to you have to organize like a big shindig at Shepard's apartment, and you have to kind of arrange all your guests and make sure they're having fun, and it's really cool. It's a really good send-off to the game.
What brought that up, Tim? That was kind of weird.
We were talking. Oh crap! Oh, because you were talking about the voyage home felt like a really lighthearted. Just here's a way to spend 2 hours with your favorite character.
Oh yeah, it kind of was.
And that's what the Citadel expansion was.
And that's what I liked about it. Is like everything great about that movie. I mean, it's a very ridiculous plot, but it's just a movie built to showcase character moments.
Yeah.
Okay,
nuclear vessels in Alameda.
Hey, oh yeah, stupid Walter. Sorry, that was the actor's name, actually. Walter Kearney. So we're about done with this one. We're going to move on, I think, to Starfighter, even though this game is really cool.
Yeah, it's very brown, though. I mean, it's not super fun to watch. Like, I bet you're having a blast playing it. But
yeah, I mean, it's fun.
It's visually a little...
We might have to go on to a third game. Depending. Because Starfighter is cool, and I like it that isn't it you said it was made by the same team as
Factor 5.
As Factor 5, which is the team that did the Rogue Squadron games. But I was playing it with my friend over the other day, just trying to test it out, and he was getting nauseous. So if people start getting nauseous, maybe we'll move on.
Okay. I mean, if we can survive you scrambling around in a first-person game.
I don't know, because you get an extra axis of movement. So let's go ahead and...
Okay, Yodel says, is Star Wars the most prolific licensed franchise in gaming, aside from sports leagues?
That's a good question. Something worth exploring. If I can get this to...
Yodel says that there's not Wessels and Alameda anymore, but there is a skate park now.
All right, let's see if we can get this to launch without it crashing. Because...
What else is in Alameda? There's an awesome tiki bar in Alameda.
Oh,
like
yeah.
A super awesome tiki bar. Oh, my God.
Gotta love them.
I went
tiki
there...
bars.
When was I went there? I spent a couple of days in San Francisco last year, I think. Oh yeah, it was after our retreat thing, and I went with a friend to the tiki bar in Alameda, and we ordered basically one of every fried item on the menu, and then we had like 3 drinks each, and they were huge, and it was amazing. Oh my God. So much alcohol, so sweet, so much fruit juice that you didn't even think about it.
Okay, Tim, I think it's going to work. I think it works. We got Starfighter running. Every other time I've tried to start this game, it's crashed on us. Looks like it's working.
Let's go.
Except I can't see chat at all. So, Tim, you'll have to be extra
I'm
vigilant.
100% good with that.
Extra vigilant.
It's not like the roles are reversed and you'd be monitoring chat.
Yeah, I'd be very bad at that. But
I've read about 20 of them.
Here we go. So, Starfighter. This starts off with a Naboo Starfighter.
Oh, let me switch the game title.
Oh yeah, go ahead and do that.
What's this called? Episode 1 Star, or what's the official name on this?
It's Star Wars Starfighter. Is actually. Let me do one more thing. I gotta change Starfighter's volume is a little bit too loud. So we gotta. Oh, dang it. We're playing with fate right now, Tim.
Uh-oh. Don't play with fate. Make friends with fate.
We're tempting fate right now. This is what's happening.
Don't tempt it. You can't tempt things. You need to actually have payoff. Otherwise, you're just going to be a tease and nobody's going to like you. You'll develop a nasty reputation.
I don't like me either, Tim. Okay, here we go.
I mean, I don't like you either.
Oh, what?
Well,
I don't. That's a Star Wars reference, by the way. He doesn't like you. I don't like you either.
Oh, right.
Those guys.
Yeah, that's from the Cantina scene.
What a bunch of dicks. I mean, think about it. They're just going up to this kid at the bar and just saying they don't like him. Why not? I mean,
You've never had an experience like that at a bar?
You're just sitting there and some guy goes up to you and says, "I don't like you." I'm like, "Good for you, buddy."
Yeah, dude, I've done that. Like, I was doing like a bar crawl for my birthday a couple years back, and I walked into this bar with my friends, and as soon as we walked in, we all got really dirty looks when we were standing at the bar. And we're like, you know what? There's another bar literally right across the street. We're going to go over there where people actually want to take our money.
Well, I mean, maybe you get dirty looks. Sure, I don't know. Like maybe you're not the right culture. But is that people actually come up to you and talk to you and say, "Hey, I don't like your face"?
No, but they might as well have by just looking at us and giving us some dirty looks like that.
See, I think that's different.
If I would have gone up to somebody and probably tried talking to them, it probably would not have gone over well.
See, I think that's different. I mean, it's one thing to get a dirty look. It's another thing to actually have someone verbalize that to you for no reason. It's like, what do you hope to accomplish by being a jerk here?
Being a jerk? You know, making their penis feel big? I don't know.
I don't get it. Anyway, so this is the I didn't play this one also, even though I should have paid attention to developers, right? Factor 5.
You don't pay attention to developers.
I should have, well, especially back then, because this was like 10 years ago, right? I should have.
Oh my god, you must have hit. Did you just hit like the turbo mode?
Yeah. I should have, because I wanted another Rogue Squadron game, and I didn't realize this was it. You know.
Right.
And this is the Rogue Squadron game that finally does what I wanted Rogue Squadron games to do, which is put you in space. I always hated that Rogue Squadron was always.
Rogue Squadron 2 put you in space.
Yeah, not as much as it should have, though.
There's that one huge freaking mission out in the space, and it's beautiful, and there's like clouds and crap around you, and you have full like 6 degrees of freedom to move around.
That should have been like the whole game, and that should have been in the first game. I hated that the N64 one was like, yeah, no, only like, you know, in terrestrial. That sucked. I hated that.
Shadows of the Empire is set between 5 and 6. It was the prequel. It was the movie that George Lucas said that was the movie he wished he could have made.
Except for he didn't write it, which is crazy.
Right, but still, he said he wishes he could have made that into a movie.
You know, he probably could have at the time. It wasn't. I mean, people weren't that much older. People.
No, but when Shadows of the Empire came out, it was what, 97?
Yeah.
Because you know he was using the special editions to finance episodes 1 through 3. That's the same thing. Like Ghostbusters, when it re-released last year, it was used as a temperature check for people if they would still come to the theater to see a Ghostbusters, and they were going to use that to finance it. And they released the special edition or the remastered Blu-rays. And it's you know, if you look at something as cynical like that, or just, you know, from that perspective, you kind of get an idea. But no, he couldn't have made. I don't think he could have made.
Well, money-wise, I don't think so. But I mean, actor-wise, I think he could have.
Oh yeah, actor-wise.
Problem is, he never would have gotten the people he needed to sign on.
Right.
Like at that point in time, Harrison Ford wouldn't have done it.
No.
You know, the thing about it is like it's everything but the movie. Literally, like they have games, they have movies, they had comics, and it's great. I'm reading the book right now, actually, and I never read the book, and it's a really good book.
It's really good.
Oh, it's really good. It feels true, and it does a couple of things that are a little weird. Like Leia is internally in her thoughts addressing like the love triangle between what she doesn't know yet as her brother. And it's just like, I love Han, but I also love Luke, but maybe I love him differently. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I haven't read that book since 7th grade.
It's kind of weird. Yeah, I've been going through a lot of expanded universe stuff recently, and I've been finding that Shadows is really good. The Thrawn trilogy was great. Dark Empire is not good, but you need to read it because it has an effect on pretty much everything.
What does?
Dark Empire.
Oh, okay.
Like, so there was a Thrawn trilogy, which is basically considering like the real start of the expanded universe, and it's really good, right?
Wasn't Thrawn like some? Why do I get the feeling he was like some lizard or some insect thing?
He was. Oh, I got blown up. He's this blue dude with glowing red eyes, and he's special because he's a Grand Admiral in the Galactic Empire, right?
Okay.
Oh man, I gotta do the whole tutorial over again because I lost. Oh, that sucks.
Or you could just skip to the next level.
Well, you could look for that.
All right,
Find out how to do that.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna jump here into.
I don't know if you can with this one. Anyway, so the Thrawn. Let me just go over this real quick. Thrawn trilogy was that, and it was really good. And then the Dark Empire comes out, and it introduces the idea of a resurrected Emperor. But it kind of also undoes the entire Thrawn trilogy, so there's no point to Thrawn trilogy, which sucks because it's the one that's written well. Anyway, go on. Chat.
Chat says that. Let's see here. Yodel says I like going into bars and starting. But no.
Starting
I don't
fights.
know. I've been to a bar with Yodel before, and I didn't start anything.
I mean, I've never had problems in bars usually. Like, if you're a jerk or you cut in line for the bar, sure, but usually you just don't run in and someone's like, I don't like you. And he doesn't like you either. I'm like, all right, it's cool. I had a guy do that to me in high school once. This guy, like, was like, I don't like you. And I'm like, I don't know who you are, and we've never talked before. And he kept trying to start fights with me, and then he did once. And, like we got pulled into the office, and he, like, completely changed his tune. He was like, I was the aggressor. He wasn't doing anything wrong. Don't punish him. And it was weird.
Right.
I never understood that. I think that guy had problems.
So Duke asks, is anybody bummed that Leia didn't do any Jedi training? Or the fact that when Yoda tells Luke that if he leaves early, he won't become a Jedi. So is he bad? Does Luke look better in black or his white guard?
There is a fan disagreement I don't agree with, that Luke did turn to the dark side, and I don't agree with that. Like, but that's the idea. He is a dark Jedi. They're trying to claim.
Yeah, because he was wearing black at the time.
Well, he was wearing black, and at the end, they think when he defeated the Emperor or whatever, he did turn to the dark side because of despite him saying, "I'll never turn to the dark side," directly to the Emperor's face. They're like, "Yes, he did," and I don't believe that. But some people do, so that's a fan theory that exists.
Okay. Ryagas was at the premiere last night, but he or she is being rather judicious with the things they're saying, so we appreciate that, because if you drop any spoilers, I'm going to ban you so hard that your unborn children will feel
don't
it.
even say what was in the trailers. You are now, I'm sorry, dude, I love you, even though I don't know you.
Yeah, don't
but
say
you are only allowed to
anything.
say, I think it was good or I think it was bad. That's it. That's all. Please don't say anything else.
Yep. Yeah, this is a safe space.
Yeah, this has to be a safe.
We've curated.
Because otherwise Tim will have to ban you, and we don't want to do that.
No, especially since you're a new user.
And you also make Tim cry.
Yup.
And I don't want that either. I want it a little bit, but.
Whoa, Ryagas has a freaking. There's a Twitch emoticon for Admiral Akbar.
It's a trap.
Yeah.
Every time in the expanded universe, Akbar says it's a trap. I kind of feel like it's I don't know. It's just so tongue-in-cheek. It's like all he's allowed to do.
Yeah. Okay, so this is something that Milkmaid wants to know: is can you only pilot a Naboo starfighter in this?
No, there are other things you can fly, but they're all prequel, I think.
Okay, so here is Ryagas's 5-word spoiler-free review. You ready for it, Sean?
Yeah, sure.
Now, and I'm going to treat all caps as shouting, so prepare your ears, everybody.
Oh gosh, Tim.
I think it was awesome.
That's it.
That's his 5-word review. Yeah.
That's what I hear. That's what I heard from the Twitter spoiler-free reviews. They were all very positive.
Cool. That's all we want to know. Yeah, we're looking. Ryaga says, "I'll be so glad after this week."
Oh yeah,
because you're basically walking through a minefield.
Holding it in has got to be so hard for you. So Rygas, why
now you know what it's like. Well, hold on a second. Now you know what it's like when we're sitting on games that haven't been, that we have had and we've played through, but we can't talk about yet. Same idea.
That's our life, like all the time, baby.
Yeah, that's every week of the fall.
So, dude, what were you doing at the premiere? What got you a ticket to that? I'm very curious. Like, what's your life like, man?
Here comes the straightaway. Yeah.
What, Tim?
I don't know. That's just kind of a weird.
What's your life like, man?
That's just kind of a weird question.
I'm curious. Like, why do you have access to the review? Because people ask me when I have access to something, they're like always like, "What's up?" You know.
All right.
I could have seen it early this week. Actually, there was a press opportunity I couldn't take advantage of.
Duke wants to know what the movie trailers were ahead of the premiere, but I think that in the case of movie premieres and stuff, there aren't trailers. Because my good friend John Serba, he went and saw Hateful Eight last week, and he's going to see Star Wars tomorrow. But he said that in those cases, usually there's no trailers, and if there's something like a stinger, like an after the credits scene, it's not shown during press screenings.
Oh yeah, I'm told there isn't one for Star Wars, but I don't know. Okay, so we finally beat the intro level, and we're getting
Ryagus says fan groups got a limited number of invites. Bleachers equals fans that do charity work.
Oh yeah. So I wonder if that means it's giving us the save game screen.
And
Sorry,
Ryagus says there were no trailers, which is pretty expected in that case.
So Ryagus, it says charity groups. Does that mean you're part of the 501st or the Mando Mercs or something? Those are for Tim's benefit. These cosplay groups that basically do charity work and dress up like Star Wars characters.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, one of my friends is one of the Mando Mercs, and he's trying to get me
Nerds!
He's trying to get me to build a Boba Fett suit with him because they're actually pretty cheap to build comparatively. Like a good Stormtrooper suit will cost you so much money, like hundreds of dollars. But you can, for $60, if you want to put the work in, you can basically make a Boba Fett suit.
Let's see here. Ryga says he's in a sister group and he saw it at the El Capitan.
I don't know. Oh yeah, at the El Capitan
Saber Guild.
Theater, yeah. Saber Guild. Okay, so you're one of the Jedi kind of groups. I want to join Mando because my friend's in it, but I don't care for Mandalorians. I'm more about Rebels and Jedi. But you know, is there a way to target in this game? I don't even know. Oh, there we go.
Duke says I used to just dress up as Lando and hit on women. It's not my fault.
It's not my fault. Yeah, I love that that's him and Han. That's all I say. It's not my fault. It's not my fault. Love them. I would watch a show about them.
I'm going to end up. I think before Friday, I'm going to end up watching episodes 4 through 6.
You know what I'm sad about, Tim? Really sad about?
What?
Is Lucas had all these post prequel plans that didn't come to fruition. And the one I looked forward to the most was he was supposed to be working on a live action Star Wars TV show.
I think that could still happen, especially if you look at how Disney's handling Marvel stuff.
Well, it was supposed to essentially be kind of what Star Wars Rebels was now. And it was going to be between the two series. And it was going to be focusing on the owner of the Millennium Falcon before Lando.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And I was really excited for that series, you know, because it was going to be all new characters. It was going to be telling the story of what it was like, the rise of the Empire after the original trilogy. And that never happened.
Says it's called Underworlds of Coruscant.
Is that what it was going to be called?
Yep.
Yeah, that was going to be a really cool show. Like, everything I heard about that, they said the live-action show is progressing, we've got scripts, and they got really far, and it just stopped at some point after episode 3.
Hey, you know who we haven't seen in chat in a while?
Huh.
Gaming Kate.
Oh, yeah! Well, that UK lifestyle, man. She's got a family.
That UK lifestyle.
Yeah, you know that lifestyle where you're in a different time zone than us. That's the whole lifestyle. Aside from that, it's identical. Also, they have Yorkie bars, which are no longer just for boys.
I don't know what it
Yorkie is a chocolate bar you can buy in the UK, and the marketing campaign for decades, apparently, was Yorkie, it's not for girls, and it said that on the wrapper, which of course,
right.
used girls to buy it out of defiance, and I guess people got offended or something, and they stopped having that.
We might have talked about this on stream, but I bought some gigantic candy bars for my parents for Christmas.
Oh yeah?
They are Reese's peanut butter cups, and it's 2 cups, and they're a ½ pound each.
Oh gee.
Yeah, these things. I took a picture of it, and I'll see if I can. I think it's in Slack or it's on my phone. But so the thing is these things are the size of the keyboard on my MacBook Air.
Oh gee.
Yeah, they're massive. I think I sent you the picture, didn't I?
Maybe. 1 second, Tim. I got a small technical problem. I'll be back in just a second. We're gonna have a pause button, and you guys are gonna look at my mission objectives.
All right, and in that time, I'm going to tell OS X that it cannot install the update right now. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Right, August. Man, chill out, dude. You can do it. You can do it. You can just be quiet. Say no more, please. We know it's... We know. Everybody knows it's very difficult. Please, 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 please.
I'm back.
Sean.
What happened?
Oh, hey. I don't know. What's going... Oh. Duke says... Or, not Duke. Yodel says Tim has to buy giant candy for his parents. After all, his dad is Paul Bunyan.
That's actually really funny.
Let's see if I can find this here.
Why did it start with your dad being Paul Bunyan? I don't even think the picture even looks like Paul Bunyan.
Well, because I said my dad was a large man.
Oh, this is great, Tim. We're going to the asteroid field. I thought this was just background. I didn't think you'd actually fly into it.
Do you get to find the space slug, you think?
No, I don't think so. Man, that's the one thing I love that scene, right? In Empire, but how does
I
that
will
thing
say-
survive out there? They can't possibly get enough passing ships or other creatures that live in the vacuum of space that it can
Okay,
eat.
my question, Sean, is how different was the space slug scene in the original theatrical version versus the special edition?
That I don't know. I think all that they really did was reanimate the slug's head. Maybe they didn't even do that.
I think they probably did CG. I'll
They
find
probably
out
CG'd them.
tonight. I think I might watch them out of order. I might go
Well,
from.
Here's the thing, though. Special edition Empire is the one with the least amount of changes.
Okay.
It is mostly untouched, and
Okay.
which is good because it's widely considered the best Star Wars movie. So
Yeah, best cinematography, best story. Like it's
great writing, great directing.
yeah, it's the sequel that every other sequel is held up to. It's that and Godfather 2, but I never really liked any of the Godfather movies.
I've never seen those. I gotta see them.
I read. Well, see, my problem is I read the book first, and I read the book
Oh.
recently too. So
So now that we're coming up on the holiday season, did you know that Die Hard was based on a book?
that is one of my favorite non-Christmas Christmas movies. Though.
It's based on a book, and it does take place during Christmas. But John McClane is like 30 years older in the book.
So he's basic. So basically, what you're telling me, Sean, is that he is Jack Ryan from Tom Clancy's universe.
I don't know that one.
Okay, Duke says, "What do you prefer, models or CGI?" Models every time. Every time.
There's a great video about how practical effects aren't always better, but it's like CG has to be used to its strengths, and often it's not. Like CG does some things that better than models can, right? Or not better than models can, better than practical effects can these days. But the problem is when you don't use CG to CGS's best strengths, you get really terrible stuff. But I think good model work needs to not go away. Like practical effects can do some amazing things that are still believable.
Well, a good point, like a good example of it is, as much as you and I don't really care for the movies very much, at least not now, is Lord of the Rings. Like they brought in, they did so many hybrids of miniatures, models, CG, and
Oh
just
yeah, they
stuff
have
like
great
that.
hybrids of practical
Yeah.
effects.
Yeah.
And it's sort of like another thing is so many movies are using CG that you don't even realize it today. There's scenes that like look like they shouldn't even need CG, but they were filmed like on a green screen, and like that whole street you're looking at is CG'd in. You know.
Yeah, well, I mean, the best movies use it as like for distance effects, right? So to extend a set.
Or to extend a set, or sometimes full action sequences are done like with cars. Cars can look great in CG, right? So there's driving scenes with cars that you don't even realize are CG that are. So it's really about its strength. When it comes to stuff like spaceships, though, I think models can look better. When it comes to like creatures,
especially when you just run into things
yeah,
like that.
yeah. I think with creatures, like, okay, so let's use Star Wars as an example itself, and what works with practical effects and what doesn't. So, The Return of the Jedi is a great example of bad practical effects. Great movie, love it, but that opening sequence that in Jabba's palace with
Luke
the
in the bounty hunter's costume.
like no, not that. That's fine. Like the Max Rebo band. They look really bad because they're like the costumes are just bad. They look more Muppety than ever, right? It's not believable. What Lucas replaced it with in the with Jedi Rocks, which is like the worst. The one thing I wish I could change. If I could change anything about the original trilogy re-releases, it would be getting rid of Jedi Rocks. Where was I going with this?
I don't know, Sean.
All right, so that looks really, really bad. That's bad practical effects. But then you go back to like that sandworm in whoa, what's going on here? Oh, it's a broken cutscene. Sorry. When you go back to that sandworm in Empire?
I like how when it saves, it says "saving game," Sean.
He looks. Oh, did it?
Yeah.
I didn't even see. But that sandworm looks really good. So it's like, or the original, or the monsters in the original Jurassic Park look amazing.
They're not monsters in Jurassic Park, Sean.
They're monsters. Real dinosaurs
They're
have feathers.
dinosaurs.
Here we go. I'm in a different ship now, Tim.
Jurassic World explained why none of the dinosaurs.
I know, and I loved that it explained that. All right, here we are. We're in another ship. Someone was asking if you can be anything else but the Naboo starfighter, and you can. Check it out.
So that's all right. So to go back, I went through and I watched it, like all of the special features on Jurassic World on the Blu-ray, and what blew me away is how much practical work and practical stunts they did in it.
Oh,
Like,
yeah, a
I
lot.
thought so many sequences were all CG, but they weren't. So when that lady, that assistant, gets picked up and carried around by the pterodactyl before she ends up getting eaten,
That
by the Mosasaur.
controversial scene that I hate.
Yeah. Well, the thing is so that was all wire work.
Oh wow,
Entirely. Yeah.
that's impressive.
Yeah, they lifted her up, they carried her over like the pool, and then they dropped her in the pool.
Right, but I mean, a lot of the backgrounds around what went around the pool were.
Well,
CG,
yeah,
but-
yeah. And then when the kids jumped off the waterfall, they actually did jump off the waterfall.
There are things in that, like there's where I have questions, like so, the raptor heads in one scene, they're all real. They had full practical raptor heads, but then I think they put CG over the raptor heads that
Yeah,
So it's kind of like, why did they do that?
When they go to touch the raptors, you can tell between when it's a real model and when it's CG.
It's
because
kind of
they're-
weird.
Yeah. So Milkmaid,
So
what was all right? So Milkmaid's asking what was explained in Jurassic Park. It's explained in Jurassic World why the dinosaurs in Jurassic Park don't have feathers, because Dr. Wu at one point says, a lot of these dinosaurs don't even look the way they should. They should have feathers, but you won't accept that, so we had to change it.
right, he's like, you guys wanted us to make marketable animals, not real animals, kind of thing.
Yeah.
And it's a great moment in the movie. And we won't talk about why they're talking about it. It really adds up.
What's weird though is I've noticed is there are lots of mentions of just teeth in that movie. Like teeth is a thing that just keeps coming up over and over in that script in just multiple places. It's really weird.
Teeth.
Yeah, teeth. The word teeth keeps coming up all over the place. And then what I really love is just how many little really, really, really subtle nods to the first movie there are. Like just super, like you'd have to be super anal, like watching it for the 5th time.
There are some
And-
really overt ones too, though.
Yeah, there's definitely some overt ones, but the subtle ones are even better.
Like there's a whole sequence in the movie. Is like, remember this? Remember this?
Yeah, well,
And I loved that part of the movie. To be
loved
fair,
it. Like, that's where I started crying. That was like one of the last sections of the movie where I started.
I was
crying.
like, yes, I do remember this.
Yeah, and the fact that it's the same character,
Yeah.
like that is the same T-Rex, like from the first movie.
Oh, does it prove that?
Yeah, yeah. Well, I don't know if it proved. I think the website said, "Oh, this is the in-universe website." So for the marketing, instead of saying, "Oh yeah, our Jurassic World, this is a carryover from the original Jurassic Park. This Rex is over 20 years old. Blah 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 blah."
Wait,
It's the original Rex.
how did they get her back? They like re-kidnapped her, captured her?
I have no idea. I haven't watched Jurassic Park 2 in a while, but I remember that at the end, like that Rex goes to San Francisco or
That's
San Diego or LA, someplace in California.
that's funny. This is a really good game, Tim. I'm shocked at how great this is.
Ryaga says, well, teeth. Well, Universal, there's a big movie with teeth that's scary. Cough, cough.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know what movie that is. I see the poster for it every time I open my apartment door.
Tim, you'll have to keep me abreast on time because the game is
Okay. It
blocking
is
my clock.
7:25, so we still have about 35 minutes left.
Great,
and
because
I'm going
I'm-
to take this opportunity to say, hey, thank you everybody for tuning in. We're doing something special this week in honor of Star Wars releasing on Friday. We're doing nothing but Star Wars games this week. We might have a bonus thing happening earlier in the day on Friday. We haven't figured that out. There's been no confirmation, which is much to my dismay right now, because every day that passes means we're getting one day closer to when that's supposed to happen, and that's going to make it way difficult for us to plan it out.
If it does
It's-
happen, Tim, try and make it about Star Wars somehow, even though it's not a Star Wars game.
I'll try and build something that's Star Wars within that game, and that's the only thing that's the only hint I'm going to give.
Right, but yeah, so try and make it about Star Wars somehow, because I'm living the dream this week. I'm doing Star Wars related stuff all week long. It makes me so happy.
Yeah. So we're doing something special this week. We're playing Star Wars games because, by all accounts, the new Star Wars is supposed to be pretty good, and we want to celebrate that, and we're doing that the only way we know how.
And we want to celebrate what's good about Star Wars, even when Star Wars is bad. Like I didn't particularly care for the new trilogies, but this game is really good, and it's based on that version of Star Wars. And so it just goes to show. I mean, there's that collaborative effort. When you apply collaboration to Star Wars and allow people to create in that universe, you get great stuff. Sometimes you get bad stuff too, but you can get a lot of really good
the
stuff.
thing is this is all LucasArts stuff, right? This is This is internal LucasArts Studios.
Yeah, that's true. I miss real LucasArts. I mean, I like the new Battlefront game, but I do miss LucasArts. Oh man, that was an unfortunate crash.
Now, did EA publish this, Sean, or was this LucasArts publishing?
I do not
'Cause
know.
I know EA held the Star Wars license for a while. or has held the Star Wars license for a while.
Well, no, this was that EA has only had it exclusively since the Disney sale.
Okay, well they did. I think EA did that Star Wars Bounty Hunter game that was really crappy with Boba Fett.
Right. But I mean, back during the LucasArts days, in addition to LucasArts, the license went to a lot of places. It wasn't just any one studio.
Okay, so Ryagas asked, did we play Pod Racer? I love that one, but I'm not a big racer fan.
That is a
we
great
can't
game.
because it's really difficult to play it.
Well, we might be able to. I'm going to run some tests and see if we can make it work. But if we play that, we get stuck because it's hard to jump between PC games and component-style console games during the stream. So if we wanted to play just Pod Racer, then we'd have to play just things I have on my N64, which would be really difficult.
So it would be this, or I mean, it would be Pod Racer. It would be Nice Old Republic, or not. Nice
It would be Pod Racer,
Empire,
Empire, and Rogue Squadron. But that's almost a shame because I have the PC version of Rogue Squadron, which will look a lot better streaming because it runs at a higher resolution. You know, so it's kind of a rough situation. We're gonna try and figure it out. I'm kind of hoping that surprise tomorrow that GOG releases, or that that more of those games come out on PC, because Episode 1 Racer and Shadows of the Empire are the two really big titles missing from the PC library.
Yaddle says, instead we'll play Super Bombad Racing. That was a PS2 launch title, wasn't it, Sean?
I never played that one, but I think it was. I hear that one's actually a lot of fun, even though it's silly.
It's just, yeah, that's the thing. It's like, it was, I thought it was a sequel to Episode 1 Racer, and I was like, oh, I'm not getting a PS2, so I can't play it. So I never did pay much attention to it.
It kind of is, but it's like everyone has big heads and it's very silly. But I hear the gameplay is still really fun. Like, it's really weird looking.
You know what I need to do, Sean? I need to finish my intermission speech.
Intermission speech.
So yeah, thank you everybody for tuning in. If you're a brand new user, like we've got Ryagas in chat right now. We've had a number of new users in chat with us. If you like what we're doing, hit the heart.
Hit the fart button? Is that what you just
fart
said?
Button. Hit the heart button underneath. I combined.
Tim is the new Jar Jar. He is the Jar Jar of our stream. Hit the fart button.
I combined follow and heart button. So yeah, hit the follow button. It's the heart button underneath the screen, and if you like what we're doing, give us a follow. It lets us know that you like what we're doing, and then lets you know whenever we go live, wherever we go live, wherever we go live, forever, whenever we go live. Assuming you don't unfollow us, which why would you want to?
Well,
So yeah, we stream 3 times a week: Tuesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, 6 p.m. Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern, pretty regularly. I don't think we've missed a stream all fall.
no, we've been really good.
So yeah, let us know that you like what we're doing. Follow us. We have all kinds of stuff coming up. We have a really special surprise giveaway for. Oh, that's right.
That's going right now, you big dummy.
Right.
Drop that link in.
So we have 2 giveaways happening this week for Star Wars, actually. The first one is, let me find that. What one is that, Sean?
It's a ThinkGeek giveaway. We are giving away a ton of stuff from ThinkGeek.com, all Star Wars related. I forgot about it because it's not part of our stream. It's just part of Engadget.
Yeah, I'm finding this right now. All right. Oh my gosh! Wow, we are giving away a lot of crap.
Oh yeah, why don't you read some of that off, because it's really cool stuff.
Okay, a BB-8 lamp, an R2-D2 Bluetooth speaker, a Han Solo fridge, a Force FX lightsaber, and Star Wars planetary glassware. Holy cow! I wish I could win this.
No, I know, right? I saw it and I was really sad. I was like, can I let my wife has a different surname than I do? Can I make her apply? Is that okay? No, it's not.
Yeah,
wish it
so
was.
here's that. There's that giveaway. And then on Friday, we're giving away a Star Wars Battlefront PS4 bundle. It's the. Let me look at this box right now. So I have an idea of what it is. Okay, it's just covered with other boxes because it's that time of year. So I do myself a
Oh
hernia
my gosh,
lifting this
Tim, are
one
you
arm.
okay?
Yeah. So this is the black 500 gigabyte PlayStation 4 with Darth Vader's helmet on the side of it. Comes with that really, I think it's ugly. Sean likes it.
I love the controller.
It comes with that controller that says Star Wars on the touchpad all over the place.
Oh, man.
It's bundled with, I think it's a disc. I don't know if it's a disc or if it's a download, but it comes with Battlefront, and it comes with the download code for Star Wars Racer Revenge, Star Wars Bounty Hunter, Star Wars Jedi Starfighter, and Super Star Wars. So those are the backwards compatible games that play on PlayStation 4. So yeah, this is actually a Star Wars Battlefront Deluxe Edition Blu-ray disc. It is not just a download code. So this is awesome. We're giving this away on Friday, and you could win it if you live in the continental U.S.
See, when that came in, and before we decided we were going to use it for a giveaway, I was kind of just hoping my PlayStation would break somehow. So I was like, guys, I need that. It's broken. We need it for work. So I really want that controller. I really want that controller badly.
Oh man, Duke says, and now he has an Audi belly button from lifting that by hand with one arm.
For lifting what? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Milkmaid, I mean, the closest we can get to what you're saying, where Milkmaid is saying giveaway should be limited to regular viewers, the closest we can get to that is just by running the stream running the giveaway during the stream. That's
right.
it. Like that's the only thing we can do, because it's a high value item, right? I mean,
there are like corporate rules about it. You know?
Yeah, there are specific rules that go on with stuff when it costs that much,
right,
or is that valuable, that we have to make sure it's 100% fully random, and it has to go through a verified. Like, I don't even know how this goes. I don't handle any of the logistics.
Well, see, it's more than that. It's not just company policy. There are laws regarding how you run contests in America.
Yeah. Also, what I'm really trying to do, I've been in contact with EA and with PlayStation. I'm trying to get some of the download codes for those classic games that we can give away during this week. I will let you know how that goes, but we would really love to give those away. The only way right now we could do that would be to pull the code out of the box and actually open the box. The box is still completely sealed. I haven't even opened it. I've had no reason to. But the only way that we could do that would be to give away the code that's in the box, and that would mean the person whoever wins that console bundle is not getting the full thing. So I'm working as best I can, using my contacts, and some trying to get some goodwill going from PlayStation to get us some of those codes so that we can give them away.
Right, we're gonna see what we can do. Because yeah, that's the one thing we can't give away on the stream is simple codes.
Yeah, we can do those all day.
Yeah, nobody cares. But like whenever it's something with a monetary value that could potentially be taxed, you know.
Oh yeah, or like you could sell it for resale and then make money off of it. Like there's a thing.
Yeah, there's laws for all that, and it's complicated. This level's really hard. Really cool looking though.
Okay, let's see here. I have a couple codes I can give away right now to download stuff. It's not Star Wars stuff. I hate to break it to you, but we do have some download codes I can give away. So hold on a second.
Destroyed, Tim. I'm getting wrecked.
Wrecked! Let's see here. What could we give away?
What's my mission even? Destroy shield generators, destroy Spencer's. Okay. Destroy Spencer's. You know, Spencer's gifts.
Destroy Spencer's gifts.
Yeah.
Let's see. Sean.
Any idea how many generators it would take to power shields this big?
Here we go.
8? So I need to hit 7 of them for
Something very close here.
I bet the bomber I got
Nope.
off that Fioran pirate could take down these structures.
Oh!
Uh-oh. Sean, what did you do? What are you doing?
I just crashed badly. I think I hit a game wall and it forced me into the side of the... Did not go well.
How did you just manage?
These are pretty tight.
You know what I'm curious about, Tim? I'm curious what the loading times are versus for what I'm playing versus like what they were on the original PlayStation, because the games are loading almost instantly, but we're running on hardware so far ahead that like unimaginable versus the original, what the game originally ran on, you know?
Okay, Sean, I found something to give away.
What is it?
It is a download code for Drive Club bikes on PS4.
Drive Club what? Bikes?
It's the motorcycle expansion for Drive Club.
Do you
It's
need Drive
standalone.
Club to...
I don't think so. I think it's just fully standalone. So what I'm going to do right now is, all right, when I say the word, and you want to get in on this, the keyword that you use.
Do you have it set up already? Because you better set it up before you say
No,
it.
I'm doing it right now. Settings, configuration.
You should make it something Star Wars related.
Well,
The keyword. Oh my gosh, game wall!
I know what it could be. It could be speeder bike.
Speeder bike. Yeah, that works. Okay.
I need to figure. Hold on. I haven't used this tool in a while, so I forgot what it's like. Figure out how to set it all up.
Gosh, you know, this really does feel like a good successor to Rogue Squadron. I'm shocked at how good it works. You
Okay.
know?
Duke has something for us to donate to us to give away as well.
Oh, good,
So
Duke.
we'll do that too. Okay. So when I say, and not a minute before, and you want this code for Drive Club Bikes expansion on PlayStation 4, enter into chat the word speeder bike, all one word, and the S is capital.
Capitalized S, everybody.
So everybody, you may start right now if you want this code.
3 down, 4 up.
Go. You guys have 5 minutes, and we'll draw a winner after that.
Speeder bike, type it now.
Speeder bike with a capital S.
You only need to type it one time, by the way.
Yeah, just once, and you're automatically entered.
This must be
Like I was saying though, this like, is Factor 5 still around?
Milkmaid was talking about it in chat a couple weeks ago. I think he's gonna be the one to ask on that. I don't think they are, because they made Lair the launch game for the PS3, and they weren't ready to go to stop being second party anymore.
Oh yeah, I remember Lair. That was one of the games. It was set to be. That was set to be one of the games with cross-buy and.
Oh, no, it wasn't cross-buy. It was cross-play. Like you could do
Cross-play,
remote
yeah.
play with the PS Vita or with the PSP on the game.
Right, that was a big deal. No, but like this is really good, and I feel sad for myself, like for past me, for having never played it when it was out. I mean, I don't think I had a PS2 at the time, so it didn't matter. But, like, you ever do that? You ever feel bad for your past self because you made a bad decision? You know, like I missed out on this.
Well, my thing is, I don't regret things I've done and regret things that I haven't done.
You do or don't?
I don't regret things I have done. I regret things I haven't done.
Yeah, and that's sort of like what this is for me. Like I wish.
Two sides of the same coin.
I wish I didn't ignore this. You know.
Well, it came out on N64, and I remember reading a Nintendo
this
Power
wasn't-
review was pretty okay.
Was this 64? I didn't think this was
Yeah,
64.
it was one of the last things on N64.
Are you sure? Because I'm pretty sure this
I'm
was in the
almost
GameCube era. Look up what date this came out. I think this is
Alright,
after.
alright.
Because I think this is after Rogue Squadron 2, right? Which puts this in past GameCube era.
No, that came before Rogue Squadron 2.
No way.
2001.
Ah.
Oh, wow. So, it came out on PlayStation 2.
So that's what I told you.
All right,
PlayStation 2.
I was way wrong.
So I don't think
Sorry.
it was on Nintendo. Maybe it was.
Developer was LucasArts. It doesn't say if it was Factor 5 or anything.
Oh, well. They did a good job mimicking Factor 5 then. Because this game is good.
Yeah, Milkmaid says this is before Rogue Squadron 2. All right, so we only have 3 people in chat that have entered for speeder bike. So if if it's gonna be like this, I'm just gonna pull the winner right now. But I'm gonna give you guys 1 more minute or 2 more minutes to say, all right, enter speeder bike into chat with capital S. And you can win a download code for Drive Club Bikes on PlayStation 4.
Oh, man. Tim, this is so good, though. It's just... they don't make any games that are like this right now. Are there even any indie games? Like, this is something a Kickstarter game should bring back.
business with those guys.
I think we confused everybody, Sean.
Say that
What?
again.
Why?
Milkmaid says that he thought this was Star Wars Episode 1 Battle for Naboo.
No. I never
That
played
was
that
made
one.
by Factor 5.
Oh, maybe that's good then.
Milkmaid says, or the Jank Strikes Back. Oh, hey, we're back.
So it is going.
Yeah.
Because yeah, okay, good. Because I'm gonna stop trying to find the stream on my phone. Yeah. So that's this game just is not well liked by Twitch for some reason.
All right.
Ooh, and-
So all right, Milkmaid, you won, but you can't do anything with it. So I'm gonna have to re-roll, bud.
Why don't you just have them
Alright.
say a different keyword that's more apparent?
Yeah. Well, I mean. All right, Vinova is the winner.
Oof.
What?
Tim, they're getting the shot up here.
Uh-oh. Oh my gosh. Okay, Vanova is the winner, and I'm going to be sending that code as a message right now. We do have another code to give away. So all is not lost. It's another PS4 code. So, and it's brought to you by the very, 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 very generous man known as Duke in chat. Emails. There's the emails. All of them. Who sends the emails? We send the emails. All right, Vanova, check your inbox on Twitch, and you should have a download right there in red.
So, Tim, we got about 15 minutes left.
We have 15 minutes left.
So, for you that joined us, Tim, do the pitch. I can't do it.
For you that joined us,
Do the quick
Tim, I
version.
can't do this.
But don't do that!
Don't do that.
I hate you, Tim.
I hate you, Tim.
Seriously.
Seriously.
I will stop the stream. I will
stop.
turn this stream around.
I will turn this stream around if I don't know. Yeah, this code is PS4 as well. Milkmaid, the game was for the Drive Club Bikes expansion pack. I believe it's a standalone game, as far as I can tell. Let me look at this. Yep, launching today, Drive Club Bikes is a standalone expansion. So there you go, brand new. Well, it's not brand new, but there you go, Vanova. We are going to be giving away something else as well. So, yeah, we will tell you in just a moment how you win.
I'm genuinely upset with you, Tim.
Why?
Ignored me, and you, what was it? Stupid. What are you, 10?
Basically,
It's not okay.
you're facing.
It's the most disrespectful thing I think you've ever done to me.
Okay, so if you want this code that we're giving away right now for Zeo Drifter,
He's ignoring me again, folks. What a dick.
if you want a code for Zeo Drifter right now, you have 5 minutes to enter the word PS4 in chat, and you'll be added automatically.
Zeo Drifter?
Yeah. So PS4, enter the word PS4 in chat if you want this giveaway, if you want this download code. You will be entered.
What is Zeo Drifter? Isn't it also kind of like a flying game?
Yeah.
It's sort of appropriate to Star Wars.
All right. It's PS4, all caps, and you can get in.
Objective complete.
Are you guys still with me?
Objective completed.
Okay, we only have one. We have to destroy these repair ships, and then
Right.
we're gonna be.
Bob
we're
from
gonna
the
be done.
Hood, Mr. Grimm, you guys gotta do it all caps. So everybody, PS4, all caps, if you would like a code for Zeo Drifter. Okay, we got Mr. Grimm in chat, or entered. Let's see what else. Milkmaid, Sean Milkmaid says he's not.
He says he's what?
He's not ignoring.
No, not you. Not him. You.
Me?
Mission
Oh yeah,
failed. Why did
he's just letting you know that I might be ignoring you, but he isn't.
Why did I get this? What happened here? Destroy repair ships. Destroy missile frigate. Oh, complete mission. No, I don't get it. I don't understand why I lost this mission, Tim.
I don't know what to tell you, man.
Well, you're the commander, man. I blame you.
No, I'm not the commander. There's that Star Wars game where you are the commander.
Oh my gosh, I had missiles this whole time?
Sean, how?
What do you mean how?
How did you not use these missiles the entire time?
I only been pressing. I've been playing the entire game with just one button.
Why?
It's the only button I know that does. It shoots the missiles, or it shoots the lasers. I'm learning new things every day.
Wow.
Wait, what just happened?
I don't know.
What just?
But we have about 4 minutes left in the giveaway. So right now we have Bob from the Hood and Mr. Grimmin entered. If you guys want in on this code, again, all caps, PS4, you're entered, and we will do the drawing shortly.
This game just glitched out real bad, Tim.
Duke asks, so this game has a one-handed mode like Dead or Alive?
Does it?
Volleyball.
I don't think it does. It might.
Bob from the Hood says that you broke this.
I broke it bad, man. It is not working correctly. Things are not going my way, Tim.
I did it my way.
Oh boy, Tim. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Now, see, I experienced some jank when I was playing Fallout last night, where just control. I think there's something weird that was going on with my wireless in my apartment. So I fired up my PlayStation 3 to watch some, because I've been rewatching Breaking Bad, and I use my PlayStation 3 as my media player for basically everything. I use it for everything for media, so I can control it with my regular TV remote. And I saw on the splash screen that said, "Oh, hey, SSX is a free download." I said, "Oh, okay, I'll do that." And I have not turned on a DualShock 3 in a long time. My batteries were dead. I got them charged. Now they're just doing really weird stuff. Like, I'm not even pressing the buttons on the controller, and it's registering presses that are doing wild things. And I said, okay, maybe it's just that. And then I went to go play some Fallout last night. Like, just weird stuff is going on with the stick. So I don't know if my apartment is really haunted like I thought it was, or maybe there's electrical interference or something with the wireless is going weird.
Are you still playing Fallout 4 then?
Yes.
I've kind of stopped, and I keep meaning to get back to it, and I haven't been.
Well, I was talking to our coworker Matt last night. He's level 40.
40?
Yeah. Yeah, and it's a thing. Good lord. And I started playing Bloodborne. Okay, Sean, I have a question. Bloodborne. You start out, you get killed, and you go into the Hunter's Dream.
Yeah.
You go to pick out your weapons. I can't find my weapons.
What do you mean?
Oh my god, this is broken.
Yeah, the weird glitching with the screen right now. Things are just really. My ship is falling apart. It's really interesting what's happening right now.
Wow. Sean, it's like you're getting too close to a wormhole, and it's messing with the graphics.
Yeah, it's not good. I can't. Oh my gosh, I can't see a thing.
All right, I'm going to roll this giveaway. We have 2 entries, so it's going to either be Bob from the Hood or Mr. Grimm. And it's Bob from the Hood is the winner. I'm going to send you a message right now on the Twitch with the download code.
Sorry, Sam, I'm very distracted by this glitching. It's kind of hard to keep conversation.
All right, Bob from the Hood, check your message inbox on Twitch, and you should have a download code for Zeo Drifter on the PlayStation 4.
Tim,
courtesy of Duke.
Tell me what's going on in chat there, Tim.
All right. Oh, it's going really well. This is great.
What, the graphics?
Milkmaid says, Revenge of the Jank. Return to the Jank. You always say, well, look at those beautiful spherical planets. Milkmaid says, a new Jank. Attack of the Jank. Duke says, my PS3 went kaput. Yodel, a Cephala menace. Milkmaid, a Jank menace. Duke, the Jank Pyre strikes back. Milkmaid, no, just Jank.
Oh my gosh.
Milkmaid says, may the Jank be with you. Duke, the Jank awakens.
Oh my gosh, Tim, this is so amazing. I can't see anything. If we beat this mission, it'll be like the biggest accomplishment I've probably done in a game in years.
It'll be the biggest accomplishment since the Rebels destroyed the Death Star. Boys.
Oh my gosh, I can't even. Am I alive?
No. Yeah, I don't. Bob from the Hood, I did give away the code. Check your message inbox, not your whispers. Check your message inbox on Twitch, and there you should have a message for that. Milkman says the jank is strong with this game.
It's so strong. We still have to destroy all the starfighters before the mission's over. Maybe the next mission won't be so bad. Oh man.
Duke says Deshaun wants to kill him on the high note of White Rabbit.
On what?
The high note of White Rabbit from Jefferson Airplanes.
Oh, okay. Oh my gosh. It's like the game's running on an emulator or something. This is amazing. What's going on in chat? Tell me more about chat.
Nothing. We've kind of run the gamut of the Jank Awakens and the Jank Star Wars titles. So Shadows of the Jank Pyre.
Finally,
that's my contribution.
Mission success. Oh gosh.
Massive screen tearing. Wow.
Oh my god, it's more than screen I don't even know what's happening. There's just
How did you beat this mission, Sean?
It's almost like a grindhouse film, like.
Yeah.
It's been run through the projector too many times.
Oh, and now that's gonna crash into the planet. Oh no, Sean.
Oh gosh. Oh gosh, let's see if the next mission survives. Saving the game, Sean.
I bet this next mission takes place on that red planet.
I hope I can see the red planet. Okay, looks like it's working again.
Okay, Duke says that Frank Sinatra was supposed to be John McClane.
Oh, yeah? You know the funny thing about it is, like, since the book, he's so much older in the book, right? Now Bruce Willis could play an adaptation of the original book where the character's his original age.
Die in A Good Day to Die Hard?
No, but like if they made a new movie based on the original book again, Bruce Willis would play the main character again and this time be the correct age.
Is the movie just called, or is the book just called Die Hard?
No, it's called something else entirely, and it's actually a sequel to a book where Frank Sinatra indeed played the original character. It's a book in the series, and in the first book in that series, Frank Sinatra, I think, plays the character. So look it up. Google it right now. Google Die Hard book, or the book Die Hard is based on. Do it. Come on.
Why don't you go look up how to get past a certain area in Condemned Criminal Origins?
I did for you, and that was harder to do than what I'm asking you. So just do it. It's actually really interesting.
Getting the size in at the very end.
If you want a short version of it,
Nothing Lasts Forever.
Nothing Lasts Forever.
1979 thriller novel by Roderick Thorpe. A sequel to 1966 book The Detective. It is mostly known through its film adaptation Die Hard.
Yeah, and if you want the quick version of it, you can look up a video on YouTube called Lost in Adaptation Die Hard. And this charming British guy named Dom, or the Dom rather, goes through all the changes between the book and the movie. It's very good.
Wikipedia says Nothing Lasts Forever is a 1979 thriller novel by Roderick Thorpe. A sequel to his 1966 novel The Detective. It is mostly known through its film adaptation Die Hard. In December 2012, the book was brought back into print and released as an ebook for the 25th anniversary of the film.
Yep. So there's your film history moment of the stream.
Yeah, which one?
Well, that's true. Tim and Sean, unable to stay on topic, always talking about movies.
But that's why you guys come back for us.
Movie talk?
Yeah, I think so.
I don't know about that.
Oh, or they just... See, I know why like everybody gets excited when I say Jess is going to be on the stream with me instead of you.
Because she can stay on topic?
Well, stay on topic and then we plan vacations together.
Why don't you guys take a vacation together for once?
You mean E3?
That's not a vacation. That's work.
Well, the vacation we were planning wasn't a vacation either. It was a tour of game studios in Europe. Milkmaid says we need to... Oh, Milkmaid says we need to rename the stream Jankstick. Well, this is coming full circle. Because that was our previous host, Anthony's term for when things would go wrong. It would be Jankstick streams. And that's where, we shortened it to Jank. And that's it. So, boom. There's your stream novel. Your stream trivia. Wow, you just destroyed that huge frigate, Sean.
Yeah, dude, this is cool. There's like a bomb mode I can target.
So it's like a Y-wing?
I don't know. It's weird.
Y-wings, or no, B-wings made the bomb. No, Y-wings made the bomb.
Y-wings and B-wings could do bomb stuff.
And then A-wings were just more agile fighters than X-fighters or X-wings.
They can do bombing too. I don't know. But they're basically super fast.
Yeah, the A-wings never really. They didn't get a lot of love in the movies.
No, they didn't. I think the special edition put them in a little bit more.
Duke says, "Wow, look what happens when you press other buttons."
What? How am I supposed to know there's more things to do? It didn't tell me. There wasn't a tutorial. I did the tutorial for once, and it didn't tell me how to use the missiles. And I didn't figure it out on my own. You're never happy, dude. You're never happy. Do the tutorial, you're not happy. Don't do the tutorial, you're not happy.
And no code. Let's see.
What's going on, Tim?
Bob from the Hood says he checked his messages and there's no code. Let me look. Looking at the outlooks.
There are multiple kinds of messages on Twitch, too. Twitch is very confusing that way.
Oh yeah, it's right here. Wow, this is a code that Duke actually won.
Wait, did he win it from us?
Yeah.
So he's recycling a code he won from us?
Whatever, man.
That's funny. Regifting.
Yep. Let's see here. Where is Bob from the Hood?
Well, that's about... I'm actually going to shut this game down, Tim, because I'm afraid it's going to crash, and we're at the end of our hour.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Fancy that,
okay,
right?
Bob from the Hood. Here we go. Trying it again. Code. All caps.
Why'd you say that like a whale?
I don't know. All right.
So we're gonna continue.
Bob from the Hood, it says that the message was successfully sent, so check your inbox. Not whispers, check your inbox on Twitch.
Yeah, different things. So that's the end, I think, of our first Playdate stream. And we're gonna be doing this all week. All week, Tim. You okay, Tim? You're awfully quiet.
No, I'm reading. We have messages, like inbox messages on Twitch.
Okay.
Yeah, just people. There's somebody spammed us.
That's fine, Tim. We got to wrap up the stream.
I'm
Tim.
sorry.
You're not sorry enough, Tim. Yours is the path of the dark side, Tim. Not paying attention and all that.
I thought anger, fear, and aggression led to the dark side.
Yeah, you have anger, you have fear, you have aggression. You are the dark side incarnate. I'm so mad at you. I'm going to play TIE Fighter right now.
I don't know how to respond to any of this.
Don't. You just accept everything as fact.
So, all right, everybody. I want to say thank you for tuning in. We're going to be here, like Sean said, all week playing the Star Wars games. We might have a bonus stream for you earlier on Friday. So keep. That's why you should follow us.
That's why you should follow like.
So you should follow us. So in case we have bonus streams coming up, like we have one tentatively scheduled for Friday, earlier in the day. It should be pretty cool. If you like building things, that's the only clue I'm going to give you. Video games that let you build things. So you should keep an eye on that, and you should follow us. You're welcome, Yodel, for the stream. Tomorrow we're not streaming. We're streaming today, Thursday, and Friday, like usual. So yeah, and like I said, Friday we're going to be giving away the Star Wars Battlefront PS4 bundle. I'm working to get us some codes to give away for the Star Wars Classic games from Sony. That is not working out super well right yet. I have not received any responses, but know that I am working on this. So thank you, everybody, for tuning in. And for Mr. Sean Buckley, I don't even know where in the heck I was going with that. Sean, say goodbye.
What? No, I don't have to say goodbye. I can do what I want. You don't control me.
Okay, fine. All right.
Goodbye, everyone. Thank you for tuning into Engadget Playdate. We will see you again on Thursday and Friday and all next week.
Not all next week. We're streaming on Tuesday, and that's it, bud.
Wait.
I'm not
Oh my gosh, Christmas is coming. I forgot.
Yeah, I am not streaming on Christmas. Also, we have a special Christmas gift for you guys for next Tuesday, so make sure you do not miss out on that. It's a surprise. We've got a bunch of really cool stuff planned out. Consider it Playdate saying thank you for tuning in. And that's all I'm going to say about that. We've got some really big stuff that you guys should keep an eye on. So that's it. Have fun.